Okay, all set. All set to go. Orthodox. Hey, Orthodox. Yes, you're the first one. I don't know how many people we have online now. Shouldn't be many. 11. We have 11 watching now on YouTube. And 1 watching in Twitch. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm gonna have the... See what... Been loving your...
You must follow.
League videos. Rook for Larm, thank you for the following on Twitch. Thank you very much. I really need to widen, enlarge a bit the Twitch the Twitch sub count, because I am not really... I don't even know how to work on that, how to grow on that, but been loving your League videos, man, especially your editing style. Thank you, Orthodox. Means a lot. It really means a lot. I just try my best. I guess I have some personality when it comes to editing, and I put a lot of effort and time, so... Hey, love your videos and the style of your videos, the chat boxes and stuff, really cool, thank you. I've also been kinda working on new sprites. Actually, there is a viewer who helped me with that, and my most recent videos make use of a set of sprites that this kind viewer, Beanie, it's called Beanie. I have his link on the description. I probably here in the stream too. I'm not sure if in the streaming, but generally you will see it in my videos, because I started crediting him and he made an amazing job. My very first sprite iterations were kinda yucky. Then again, I'm not an artist, so... Okay, so... For whoever is following, I'm also gonna... send this to my Discord server. Okay. Okay. So I really need my glasses because I can't see anything. Let me open the chat too. Okay, so how's it going, Arstack Emerald? Grazie Bini. That's very motivating. I love Undertale. I'm making a video right now inspired by the chatbox. Undertale vibe. Nice. Nice, Ruki. I wanted to make this live stream to go through some designs of the Exalted skins because it's kind of fascinating, in my opinion, how Exalted skins evolved in a way, especially hitting this point with Viego that sadly, and I say sadly because Viego is part of a, I mean, not Viego, but in general, Exalted skins are a part of this gacha predatory monetization system that, objectively speaking, it's bad. And you owe me a new rag, excellent. Remember that Viego jumpscares on video. Which one, Mooncalf? By the way, hello. Imagine needing us to see I wear glasses. No, but the thing is that, Beanie, I don't know if I ever told you, but the thing is that I have my left eye that is pretty almost perfect seeing. My right eye, though, has been, ever since high school, if not before, has been super low performance. How do you say that? Anyway, it's really bad. It's really bad. So the reason why I'm wearing glasses is not because I can't read, because I could read just solely because of my left eye. But I'm wearing glasses because I'm undergoing some kind of treatment that should help restore my right eye sight. And it's very, very heavy because it's really oh my god, it's really tiring, it's exhausting. Every day at the end of the day I just it's really exhausting. Give me a second because I'm going to tie my hair because I'm a mess. It's a mess. I should do it before stream, but I'm just distracted and I'm sorry. Okay. Much better, I'd say. Much better. So your right eye is basically a low performer, pretty much. Yes. So which Exalted skin would you like to start with? We could go by release date. At the same time, unfortunately, I don't have Jinx because Riot Games just decided that even on PBE, let's check it, no? Just because maybe they just changed their mind and now I'll be called a liar. So let's first check it out in case the miracle happened. So we go to skins on the shop. As you can see, for the first timers here, as you can see, everything on PBE costs exactly like in live. And it's scandalous, in my opinion. Except for some skins, like for example, Victorious Draven, no? But the normal skins, Victorious Fiora, okay, the special skins, the Exalted skins, for example, they cost 1 Riot points because they cannot emulate the Sanctum on PBE, so they just sell them for 1 Riot points. But everything else is literally live pricing, and that's not all. That's not all, because it's not only skins, it's champions too. Champions on PBE, they cost the same amount as live, both in terms of Riot points and in blue essences. Now, you will see that I have 30k Riot points, okay, on PBE. The reason why I have 30k Riot points is because there is one daily that you can do on PBE that grants you 3000 Riot points, but you gotta do it every day. Okay, so I got the same issue with my right eye, really fluffy. But you're also treating it, you're also wearing glasses to try to restore it, because I'm old as hell, I'm a dinosaur, as you can see. So I very much doubt that I will ever recover my right eye. But what I'm trying to do with the glasses is compensate for my left eye, not to overload my left eye and let it do the whole job now, because if it does the whole job now, when I get even older than I am, impossible. But when I get even older than I am, I'm gonna suffer. So the more I take the load off my left eye, and the better it is on the long term. Which comparison is today? We can go through all of them, Wendigo. I just started, honestly, so we will see. I was just talking about the fact that I don't have Jinx. Jinx is the only one that I don't have on PBE, because for some reason Riot Games, first of all, let's see if Arcane Fracture, nothing. There's nothing. Jinx, and you don't have. I don't have it, by the way. Yeah, I don't have it. You would have seen it there, but for some reason, okay, for some reason, not even on PBE, you can access all the Exalted skins. Like, the moment they are taken off live, the moment that they don't exist anymore in live, they take them off from PBE as well, which is crazy in my opinion, no? And that means that I cannot review it, I cannot test it in game, I just can't. I do have, I managed to get Sett, Viego, Sonos Mordekaiser and Spirit Blossom Morgana, but Senna, Senna, buonanotte. Jinx, sorry guys. Jinx is the only one that I don't have, for some reason. Well, that's Riot Games. I don't know how they... And I was also contemplating the fact that for whatever reason, even on PBE, everything costs the same as live. So if I want to test skins for Riot Games, because that's the whole point of PBE, no? On PBE you test stuff for Riot Games to give feedback, to provide feedback for the shipping of the product in live. Okay, that's the whole reason of PBE. Why else would I play PBE? What's the I very much doubt that there is people, especially if you're not playing in North America, because the PBE server is in North America. So if you play from anywhere else but North America, your ping, and you will see it now because I'm gonna get in. Your ping is atrocious. There's no way you can play properly whatsoever. So honestly, I don't know. Anyway, just go by order, I would say. Yeah, I will go by order. We can do something with Jinx, actually. Since I can't from in-game, we can actually analyze it on the model viewer, in my opinion. Wait, real Exol? Yes, I think so. It's me. You didn't expect me to be so old and hairy, did you? Love this YouTube channel a lot. Much love, bro. Thank you, Pumpkin. It's really sweet. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, recently got new glasses around 300 for 100 euros. Yeah, I paid the same, a lot, really a lot. More or less the same amount. The issue is that... ciao Zei, ciao Zezé. Nizorin, hey, mind you think Riot do care about feedback? Mind you, think Riot do care about feedback. Okay, so the thing is that unfortunately, if you compare Riot Games to what is the market, to what are every other company, especially AAA corporative company, we are talking corporation level video game company, because of course if we just take the small indie company of 2 people, of course they're going to be more proactive in seeking feedback and interacting with people. But that doesn't mean that, like, I still think that even if it's not enough at times, what Riot Games provides in terms of listening and interacting with the community is way above average if you compare it to pretty much any other company, like Blizzard, for example, like Any other AAA, Rockstar. I don't think Rockstar would ever give a shit if you find something annoying. If one animation in GTA 5 is bugged, I very much doubt that you will find someone from Rockstar Games that will interact with you on X and answer on Twitter and answer your post. I very much doubt that. So then again. Anyway, let's do something. And we can start a bit with Jinx, and we will do our best. We can actually check it out from the model viewer. Arcane Fracture Jinx. Okay, so gonna keep dark mode, and so one thing that is extremely painful in my opinion about Arcane Fracture Jinx, despite the predatory gacha system, of course, it's the fact that Arcane Fracture Jinx is canon. Arcane Fracture Jinx reflects the original Jinx, the original base Jinx. It's not a reimagining, it's not a reinterpretation of the original Jinx. Okay, so the problem here, in my opinion, is that this pretty much translates into a paywalled visual update. This is what we're talking about, and this is what I find most tragic with this skin. Because all things considered, this is definitely an upgrade. This is definitely a modernization. I know that they gave her special intro theme like they did with Sonos Mordekaiser, which in my opinion is still not the same as giving Viego, for example, entire different replacement tracks for Summoner's Rift background music. Like, sure, the intro theme is nice, but it's way better, in my opinion. It should become standard, okay, as in terms of quality, to have a special theme that replaces the entirety of the Summoner's Rift background music, because you are already creating a mismatching in terms of quality. Like, why somebody who paid $250 skin for Jinx has less features than someone who bought Viego? And this is an Exalted skin comparison, but it's the whole point my whole channel is based off, which is this constant mismatch, even recent mismatch, of skins of the same tier. That's the problem, of the same tier. Yeah, Arcane Vayne, Sentinel Vayne. Wait. Arcane Vayne, Sentinel Vayne, and Sentinel Graves are basically paid Asus too. Holy moly. Okay, let me tell you something. I hope that Sentinel Graves is not a paid Asu, because honestly, see, Joanna, the worst is Sett one. Of course, the worst Exalted skin is Sett. Most people even forget that Sett has an Exalted skin. So it goes without saying. Okay, so, but let me have the chat here so you guys can see me in front like this. So, Terrence, Arcane Brawler V is also a paid Asu, if you think about that. Could still be a variant, in my opinion, because the base, like the actual Asu would be Arcane Brawler V, Arcane Brawler Vi, but with the skin of Arcane Vi. What's the name? They changed the name. Let me see. Arcane Vi. Arcane Undercity. Okay, because they changed the name. I remember that they changed the name. Arcane Undercity Vi. It should be Arcane Undercity Vi, but with the rig and the new animations of Arcane Brawler by. That would be a Peidazu, in my opinion. As for Sentinel Vayne, yes, I understand that because it's kind of an evolution in her canon lore. The thing is that I hope that it's not canon. That's my hope. I really hope that Sentinels of Light at some point will either be retconned or cancelled, because Sentinels of Light was an absolute disaster. It was the worst lore event. It was the first one, I think, but also the worst event that Riot Games ever made. But not because lack of talent. I don't think it was a lack of talent. I think it was a lack of like always, like in everything. Like it's the thing that I criticize the most in Riot Games, is that they cannot find a way to centralize management of everything they do, be it skins, be it champions, be it lore, be it events. Everything is just so chaotic in Riot Games. Everything is just so chaotic that it feels like everyone is just left to their own devices, okay, and there is just this teacher, the boss, who just enters this big room full of rioters and says, okay guys, we need this done, do it. And people just run amok and do whatever they can in whatever way possible to meet the request. But it's just so silly, in my opinion, because you need consistency. You can't ask something now that offers one kind of experience, and then after 1 week only, whenever the next thing is asked, you offer a completely different level of quality in terms of experience, in terms of everything we're treating. There is so mismatching. Like it's not. It doesn't have any kind of continuity. It doesn't have any kind of growth. Sometimes they are better. Sometimes they are worse. Then the next one is better. Then the next one is worse again. Then it's even worse. Then it's, oh my god, it's amazing. And then worse again. Like they need continuity in everything they do. And lore is one of those things. Maybe they released an Exalted skin for Hali this year. I mean, yeah, I also saw the leak, the various leaks, because there are many of these gentlemen leaking the same thing every time. I guess Akali is a pretty popular champion. Honestly, I'm curious. Champion popularity, lol. Let's see. Oh, popular champions. Can you guys see? Yeah, you should be able to see. So we have Caitlyn is the most popular right now, with a 30% ban rate. Holy moly! Like, for sure, this is not what Riot Games refers to when they decide which skin to work on, which champion to work on. Viego, holy moly, he skyrocketed to the 9th place. I remember he was like top 30, maybe. But after the Exalted skin, it went crazy, went nuts. People went nuts over him. Even more than Yasuo. Where is Yone? Yone should be pretty popular as well. 45 Yone? Really? 45? Aatrox is even more popular than him. So if it's Akali, where do we have Akali here though? 30? I see. Anyway, if we check out, okay, if we actually compare Jinx and Arcane Fracture Jinx, it's a bit harder because it's a lot of work here. Okay, one thing that I really appreciate, for example, and this is probably one of the features that I value the most, that I grew to value the most in Champions, is the transition animations. Because transition animations, regardless of how many base animation contexts you have, the most important part of skins is how each context um, is transitioned from one another. If you have transition, then it's the best feeling for the player. Okay, sure. If we have 3 run speed levels, it's more visual variety, and it's a broader experience in my opinion. But choosing 3 base run animation speed layers, it means that you need to develop for each of these 3 run contexts, you need to develop a transition for each other animation, which becomes an ingent amount of work in terms of animation. Okay, so I'd rather have fewer run animation contexts, but don't ever miss a transition animation. Arcane Fracture Jinx, of course, has transition. She has transition to idol, attack 1 and attack 1 to idol. Attack 2 and attack 2 to idol, which by the way, it seems like it's the same one. I'm sorry. Hello. By the way, I love the face rigging they did with Arcane Fracture Jinx. And ironically, it's very good. It's very good. They did such a good job. It's very impressive. This is attack 1 and this is attack 2 idol. Okay. But attack 2? Feels like attack 2. Feels like that attack 1 and attack 2 share the same animation, and but it's needed to weave one attack into another. But it's the same. It's the same, but it's just different name-wise, because it needs to weave one attack after the other. That's probably a logic thingy. Here it's debatable if it's good quality or not, because after all we're talking about a machine gun, and a machine gun it's not something like, it's not like swinging a sword. Swinging a sword can have way more variety, but if you're just standing like this with a machine gun, the movement is gonna be just this one. Okay, there's not much variety that you can give to this sort of weapon. So I understand if that's the case. Sorry, let me recover the chat. By far, Exalted Morgana need more polish in addition to extra form and face rig. Yeah, Morgana is really bad. I think the worst is Sett for sure. Morgana is kind of in a bad spot too. I'm not entirely content with Sonos Mordekaiser either, personally, and I will tell you what I think about that once we get to him. Unfortunately, I think that Viego is the only one that received such a good job, and it's not because I play Viego, guys, and it's not because my main is Viego, but because objectively speaking, Viego was made by players and content creators that play Viego. I don't know if you guys know Wicked JKR. He used to be a Viego content creator. He was a challenger mid lane Viego before he started working for Riot. And he became one of the most important Rioters working on the Viego Exalted skin. And to realize that skin, they also asked a plethora of influencer and content creators that play Viego to actually work towards what a Viego player would want from a skin, and they actually concocted and put together that design flawlessly, in my opinion. Okay, flawlessly, maybe not, but like, of course, there are still a lot of flaws in the skin. That's not flawless, but at its core, okay, the way they, anyway, we will see it later, but let's go one by one better. Otherwise, I digress. I lose myself and I digress too much. Hi Axel, I thought you cut your hair the way you slicked back your. So you know, it's here. Pop. I had it at the beginning of the streaming, but it was too much hair everywhere, and I just can't. Foxy, ciao Foxy. Ciao Foxy. It's so good to see you. Is Morgana worse than Sett? No, there's nothing worse than Sett. I will show you. I will show you. We'll see it together in game. Let's finish with Jinx that unfortunately I don't have on the client, on the PBE. So let's finish with Jinx, which is on the model viewer. So again, the attack animations, yeah, they just weave into each other. There isn't much variety that you can give to a machine gun, in my opinion. Then again, I'm going to repeat myself here, saying that one of the biggest tragedy is that, unfortunately, this is a paywalled Azu. It's probably the only paywalled Azu. No, maybe we also have Arcane Survivor Jace could also be considered as a paywalled. Arcane Brawler Vi, as I said, maybe it could still count as a variant. But yeah, probably all of the Arcane characters, Legendary Plus Arcane characters, can be considered kind of a paywalled Azu. And the most exaggerated one is the Exalted one for Jinx. Because guys, the thing is this. The thing is that if this skin exists of Jinx, of Jinx, why would they need to update this? How would they even update this visually? Without making it same quality as this one or worse, which wouldn't make any sense. Or better, which wouldn't make any sense. So I doubt that. Snow, Snow, grazie. Cute. Grazie Snow. You're precious. Exalted Alistar when. Let me put the little heart on the super chat. Have a bit of my gratitude. Oh my god, what happened to your hair? No, it's just here. Who are you? Xipi Shiotta. It's just here. I had it at the beginning of the streaming, but it was like all. It was annoying because I have all of this hair. I still need to tie it somehow because it's otherwise it just goes all over my face and it's annoying as hell. Grazie Snow, by the way. We haven't been playing Night Train since forever. I haven't been playing Night Train for a long while now. I'll be honest. I'm afraid I kind of lost some of the spice for the game, which is a shame. I used to play a lot at the end of the day. I used to get to midnight before going to sleep, and I would play at least one match. Now I kind of stopped. It's a shame because, in my opinion, they should have treated the game differently. Ciao Ondras, hi. Oh, the TTS seems to be broken again. Didn't read the message. No, you're kidding. No, wait. No, it's because what Snow did is a super chat. But I think that the super chat, I think it's only there is a special link for the TTS, I think. Oh my god, I will have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. But I think for the TTS there is the special link. Snow, did you use the link? No, you just did a super chat via YouTube, no? Oh, me as well. Night Train has been getting a bit bored for me. It's a great game too. No. It's a great game. It's an absolutely great game. But yeah, it kind of lost a bit of the spice once you just played. Also, I'm hard stuck, just like in League of Legends. I'm hard stuck in Night Train. I never got past depth 3, I think, or depth 4. Depth 3 maybe. No, I never got to depth 4 probably. Anyway, so Home Guard. Okay, let's see if Home Guard has transition animations. Home Guard to idle. Okay. Home Guard to run. Okay, so there is probably only one. No, we have run base. We have run base and run haste. Again, as you know, guys, I prefer the 3 levels. But the 3 levels is something that Riot Games left behind. They're never going back to 3 levels. They're never going back. Still, it's kinda nice. It's kinda nice. Oh, personally, I think that Jinx is one of the most valid Exalted skins. It's been reworked like 3 times. I think that after the 3rd time, now it's pretty good. Is it worth $250? No, nothing is worth $250, guys. There's no need for me to say that every time, okay? Is it better than an ultimate skin? I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but the problem is that the issue, guys, here is that people have different view on ultimate skins, because the problem is that not even ultimate skins, guys. Ultimate skins are not special. Ultimate skins don't have consistency either, guys. Because we're going from the ultimate skin Ezreal, who has like 3 or 4 extra forms. I think it's 3 extra forms. 1 base plus 3 extra forms, because there are 3 ultimate level up. So 4 forms total. Then we have Udyr that has 4 forms total. Then we have Samira. Samira doesn't have any extra form. We have KDA Seraphine that doesn't have in-game toggling of forms, but rather some kind of quest system. It's not the greatest, by the way. Now they even removed it. Actually, there is no quest anymore. You can just choose which one to go for, but they are like 3 different separate skins. You can't just change form while you are in game, and that's still an ultimate skin. Then you have DJ Sona, only 3 forms, toggable whenever you want. But DJ Sona brings to the table the whole DJ thing. When you change form, you also change music for no, maybe everybody not. Probably only the ones in your team. But you change music for your team. So that's something that extra. That's something unique that brings. Then we have Lux. Lux is also as ultimate as Ezreal, but Lux brings way more than Ezreal. So can you guys see that there is always a mismatch? Always a mismatch. There is always been a mismatch. I think that Pulsefire Ezreal is a very good skin, okay, but it's debatable whether or not it's fair that Pulsefire Ezreal is the same price as Elementalist Lux, that has 10 forms. Why is people not angry with that? And the same, ciao Jetmax, grande Jetmax. And the same they did with MG Customs. So sorry, I lost your chat. Hello Exo. I feel like the Exalted skins could at least get their skill icons changed. I agree. If party fiddlesticks can have changed icons, I don't see why A skin that costs $250 can't. No? Doesn't make any sense. It's a small feature that would make a huge difference. I agree completely, MG. Jetmax, how are you? Ondras, hi, I don't remember, but I think I said hello. Anyway. So the thing is that I think that Arcane Fracture Jinx is pretty valid. She also has the toggle animation with the machine with the slot machine in her weapon. But anyway, it's the thing is that, guys. Oh my god! By the way, what they did with I love what they did with her face rig. I know that it kind of feels goofy at times and it feels like too much exaggerated, but this kind of face rig is ideal. Okay, it's ideal because it's what you can notice most when you play her on the RTS view angle. It's perfect in my opinion. It's the kind of exaggerated face rig that you can just notice. If you play Arcane Fracture Jinx, you will notice her face. No doubt about that. These are the forms. I don't think they change much. Probably they don't change anything. It's only a form thing. No visuals change. Only the chompers, I think, change. Which are not implemented in see. This is the let me stop it because it moves too much. This is why it's from the alternative universe in the city. This is the Jinx, the powder chomper. This is the canon Jinx, and this is the shimmered version, which is like the last one. So we have like yeah, Heroes of the Zone, Piltover's Most Wanted, and Powder. Piltover's Most Wanted is like at the beginning of Arcane 2. Then we have Powder, which is from the alternative universe, and then we have Piltover's Most Wanted, which is with the hood during the final battle. Guys, it's arguable to say they have the same quality because quality is not something that Riot Games is consistent with, and it's hard to trace a pattern. It's what I try to do with my channel. It's what I try to do, but it's hard. It's hard. Okay, because one could say that why is Pulsefire Ezreal an ultimate skin when offering only 4 forms, when Elementalist Lux is also considered an ultimate skin, but she offers 10 forms. So, should Pulsefire Ezreal cost less? Should Elementalist Lux cost more? It's not a problem that is relevant anymore because ultimate skins don't exist anymore. So, is the Powder's Chompers based on Echo? Which ones? The powder ones, no, these are Vi. These are Vi. Basically, it's the little doll that Powder has in the alternative universe in Arcane. Jetmax. So anyway, yeah, again, playing surely would give me a better way to judge this skin, but sadly I think that this one is pretty good too. Arcane Fracture Jinx is pretty good too in my opinion overall. It's a very nice, it's a very solid upgrade and modernization of the Jinx we know, sadly, that has nothing. Like, she's absolutely atrocious. The only bad thing is that yeah, a moment. Okay, so base Jinx has the stand animation and the Exalted skin does not. Okay, this is scandalous, by the way. This is scandalous. This is absolutely unacceptable in my opinion. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable that the base the base Jinx from 2013, when was she released, has the stun animation and this one does not. This is scandalous. But if you go and check out the overall quality, if I have to put myself in a Jinx player's shoes, grazie, Snow, grazie. Grazie, Snow. Hey, biggest B-boy. Biggest B-boy. Ciao. TickTokyo skin of Misfortune was the only skin who had its price reduced due to lower quality. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I also went through a video pretty much analyzing every existing ultimate skin. I made a video a while ago, months ago. I'm finna go now, goodbye. Ciao, Snow, grazie. I need to change my name. No, you don't worry. Congrats on the sub, bye bye guys, have a good day. You too, Snow. Probably it's late for you. Yeah. Thank you, Snow, thanks for coming by. A big hug, sending you a big hug. So yeah, let's move on to what I think is the worst, absolute worst Exalted skin in the entire game. Absolute worst. Gonna go with Nasus and Alistar. Alistar, okay. And we're going bot lane and top lane.
I'm undisputed.
You are undisputed? We'll see about that. Okay guys, so for those who don't know how it works, holy moly, 200 MS. That's what happens when you are from Europe and play on PB. So for those who don't know how Radiant Serpent Sett works. By the way, there's something that I want to make you notice right away, which is Spirit Blossom Sett. I already showed it in a recent video that I made, but I really need to show you again. So one thing is that a Radiant Serpent Sett does not have any face rigging whatsoever. Something that instead we have even on base set. Okay, base set, if we use for example his spell 2, there you have it. I don't remember if Spirit Blossom Sett has it, I hope so. Oh my god. Okay, doesn't really seem to have any expression going on. yeah, it looks quite lifeless, which is bad in my opinion. There is some livelihood in certain animations, but still. The thing is that this is a $250 skin, which by the way doesn't even have nostrils for some reason. And if you go and, for example, see even on Spell 2, you will notice the same that we just played on base set. You will notice how okay, it's completely lifeless. Completely lifeless. Another thing that is worth noticing, in my opinion, is that base set has the run slow context animation, which means that if he gets slowed down, okay, this is Set's base run slow, okay. When he get run base, when he gets slowed down, this is the animation that plays. For example, Misfortune's A on his head. This is how he starts walking. Then we don't have stand. We don't have stand. And we don't have knock air either. We don't have knock up either for airborne status effect. So this is the only one that Set has. Okay, this is the only status effect animation that base set has. So what did they do when they made Spirit Blossom Set? They actually went on and okay, he still has his run slow, okay, just like base. But also, if you get stunned, they literally added the animation context. They added it. Base set does not have it. It's missing. There is not. The stand entry is missing. It's not there. So when they made this skin, they added the context and then they animated the animation context. And not only that, then they went and checked for the knock-up, which by the way they even split in two. There is the knock-up start and the knock-up loop. So Spirit Blossom Set, a legendary skin, made up for this missing animations from base set and added them. When they went to do this Exalted skin, $250 by the way, not $15 like Spirit Blossom Set, but $250. What they did with Spirit Blossom Set, they literally went back to base, and the only one that he has, if I can find it, is run slow. He doesn't have stand, and he doesn't have knock up air, sorry. He doesn't have knock up air. Like it's completely, it's such a completely downgrade from like you're telling me that you do more for a legendary than for an Exalted skin. What's the logic here? Where's the consistency here? It just does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we're going back into the game, and I will show you a bit how it works. Gonna okay, so okay, that's the grid. The grid stays up if I enable the auto refresh mana energy at secondary resource. Anyway, what I want to show you is that this is the gauge. This is the power gauge for the evolution system. Okay, because let's disable this for a moment. Okay. So now maybe we can better see. So this is the first form. The form in question here is just his clothes and the color of his clothes. Okay, and this is the power gauge. Consume grit with W, a maker, to fill the meter. The meter intended for the power gauge meter, okay. Once the meter is full, you can cash out and select a skin transformation. While near the item shop, choose between a skin transformation or a thoughtful gift for Sett's mom. So, here is what is going to happen. Let's make it as if we are in top lane. We are in top lane, and let me use the auto refresh so we can farm it better. 400 out of 500. Okay, so the gauge now is full, 500 and 500. So now, if you go back to base, let me see what you guys are up to. Discovered you with your review of the last Victor skin. It's nice to see more complete skin analysis channel. Thank you, biggest. As Set main, I prefer Spirit Blossom 1000 times more than Exalted one. Yeah, because it's for obvious reasons. I completely understand that. What's the chance they work these on rerun just like Jinx? No idea. Stain, no idea. They rerun Jinx because they updated her, then they released the Exalted Viego. No idea if in between they are planning on updating the old Exalted skins. No idea, frankly. So we're going back to our base here, and this is what we have. We can select one of these two forms. This one in the middle is a gift for Sett's mom that you can pick as your first choice, okay? But it's going to generate an animated PNG of Sett's mom, pretty much here on the top screen. I'm going to enlarge because I want to show you. Okay, maybe you won't see it all, but I'm going to show you. Okay, so first of all we're going to select, let's select the red one. There is the transformation animation that can only be executed here in the base. And this is what we have. This is what we have. This is the evolution. Pretty much a change of clothes. Sett even lost his snake, because I can't even see the snake, in favor of this circle behind him, which could be fine. I guess it could be a nice alternative. He has some kind of weaponry on his right hand, some kind of fist weapon or something. Not too bad, but not even extraordinary if you ask me, because visually speaking, it's not really enticing. Personally, I do not find it enticing, and I do not find it worth of any kind of praise. Also, look how the circle reposition itself, it's so clunky. Do you see? Can you see? It's so annoying, honestly. Wow. And this is one iteration of the transformation. Man, red and gold is the color skins overused by Riot. Yeah, a bit too much overused. Yes, I agree. So we are going to 200, 500, 300. Okay, we have 500, 500. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Maybe not. Sorry. So, we're going back again on the altar. And we see that we can now buy a present for Sett's mom. But before we do that, let's check out the other costume for Sett. This is the other costume for Sett, which, in my opinion, if you ask me, this is pretty much a straight up recolor of the base one. Do you remember the base one? It's literally the same, except the serpent looks slightly different. And the fist weapon is also slightly changed, but for the rest, it's only a chroma. It's pretty much only a chroma. It's just a chroma. It's so visually underwhelming. Kina, ciao! Handsome. Hey, handsome, I wish. Grazie, Kina. You're cute. Simone! Ciao, Simo. Ciao. So... I don't know, it just looks so ugly, if you ask me. It just looks so ugly. And... wait, so... what happens now? You have to farm grit every time. So, we're gonna keep farming grit here. We have 500 more. And so... what happens here is that every time we can just choose to switch between one form and another form. Let's call it form. It's a glorified chroma, as we already stated. Or purchase a gift for Sett's mom. This is what's gonna happen. Please look at the right corner of the screen. That's it. And that's it. Every time you have to farm for grit, which can be like per se. I think that design-wise, per se, it's kind of an incentive, no, to farm this kind of currency. Let's call it currency. It's not really a currency, but it's some sort of like, okay, so if I want to change form, I have to do this every time. I think that design-wise, it could even be a nice idea, but the execution here is atrocious. It's just so horribly made. Like, I don't think that a Sett player, if I were a Sett player, and I'm not a Sett player, so I can't actually give a proper opinion, but if I were a Sett player, this is not what I would want. I don't think that people who seek Sett for their power fantasy, for their own personal power fantasy, I don't think that this is what they seek. What Riot is selling here is basically a naked man, which is fine. Exalted Viego is the same. It's also just a naked man for the most part, but it has way some better spice that I will show you later. So again, this is also, what is this skin tone? It's just, oh my god, it's so horrid. I know that there is the VFX of the double view going on, but it's just so ugly. I don't think that this skin makes any justice to people who play Sett and who like Sett. I wish I knew a Sett player that would tell me that a Sett main that would tell me, yes, I love this skin. I love playing this skin. This skin is such an upgrade from base set. I love it. Snake is so flimsy, bro. Imbarazzante. Thanks to Riot, my skin FOMO is gone. I agree. I can't. I don't see it, and that is why I think it's poorly done. Of course, we agree that it's never gonna be worth $250. No skin is ever gonna be worth $250. No skin ever. No skin ever. We agree on that. Not even 125 like the mythic chroma variants. No skin ever is gonna. But if you're going to sell something for that price, at the very least, try to show some love. Try to show some love, and they're not. They're not showing any love. They're not showing any love. This skin is so much of a mess. It's supposed to be an actor, superstar, superhero, yes, which I find a bit cringe. Which, coming from a guy who is an edgelord, it's funny, but it's cringe because, in my opinion, again, it does not represent the power fantasy of Sett as a champion. I just think that a player who loves Sett, this is not something that a player who loves Sett seeks in Sett. Not even as an alternative. Not even as an alternative. This is such a... In Italian we say buco nell'acqua, hole in the water. Like, it's such a miss. It's such a miss completely. From any standpoint. As a Sett main, okay, Biggest is a Sett main here. As a Sett main, he have much better skins than these things. Spirit Blossom destroys it, so much better. Yes, absolutely, I agree. I agree. Biggest, can you please tell me, since you are a Sett player, okay, this is very interesting. Since you are a Sett player, can you please tell us? Can you please tell us, first, what you seek in Sett as a champion? Like, what's your power fantasy in Sett? What is it that you like of Sett? What is it that you seek? That you play Sett and you say, fuck, this feels good. Yes, this feels good. This is why I play Sett. Can you describe it to us? And also, can you tell me, please? Because I'm very curious, okay? Because I have my own likings. But I'm very interested in knowing people point of view on this kind of stuff. Can you please tell me why this skin is a miss, and what would you expect from an Exalted skin for Sett? Because I'm very interested. No, Kina, Sett feels good. The skin, no, like you're such a Kina. You're such a naughty girl. You're a naughty girl, Kina. Auto attacks, Q and W feeling the most important, I guess. Okay. Okay, but besides his abilities, why do you like Sett? Like, I can tell you mine with Viego, for example, okay? I like Viego because I like the power fantasy of the dark hero with dark powers that sort of brings in vengeance is my peak fantasy. I know that vengeance is kind of a boring fantasy and it's kind of a given. But I like the cursed anti-hero that just brings devastation and vengeance upon foes. That's my power fantasy. Cursed hero, damned, edgy. That's why I like Viego. What's your take on Sett? I'm interested in this. I bought the skin. Wait, let me open the global chat because otherwise I read the YouTube comments only. The YouTube chat only. I don't really know. Maybe a skin like Azura from Azura's Wrath. Oh my god. Oh my god, that would be so cool! Oh my god, you're a genius! That would be so fucking... Oh my god, if they did something like Azura's Wrath for Sett, even I would probably go for it. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Oh my god, you're a genius. See? This is what it means. Can I tell you something, Biggest? You thought about this because you like Sett. And I think that if the team that worked on Sett had a passionate player like you, like it happened with Viego, the skin would have been so much better. Okay, because if you like the champion, I'm not saying that you are supposed to have all of the technical knowledge. I myself don't have all of the technical knowledge, okay? But if you love the champion, you can actually guide a team of experts in crafting the perfect product. Which is something that in my opinion happened with Viego. I will show you later why, okay? It's not perfect. Again, it has its flaws. But the whole process, even if it's not perfect 100%, the whole process and the premise of love, because it's a labor of love, besides the price, because the price, again, for the umpteenth time, we agree that it's a shameful price and it's a shameful gacha predatory system. But the Viego skin, it's a labor of love. I will die on this hill. Okay, and I think that if Sett here, for example, which is the shittiest Exalted skin ever, had someone like Biggest here who proposed, guys, what about a skin like Azura's Wrath? What if we make a skin where the power fantasy of Sett is actually beating everyone up because you are angry and because you want to beat people up? Not because Sett, naked Sett, abs showing up, sex. This is everything that Riot Games just works on: sex. Sexualization of characters, especially the male ones, actually exclusively the male ones, for a while now.
You must follow.
Thank you, Stevenson. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. It should be like, of course, you're going to make Sett bare-chested. Azura from Azura's Wrath is bare-chested, but the Azura's Wrath concept is that big powerful man, angry, wrathful, wants to destroy everything. Of course, being bare-chested is part of the fun, it's part of the design. It tells you the narrative of the character, it makes sense. But like this one here, like a Radiant Serpent Sett is simply an half-naked man with nothing interesting, nothing. It doesn't have anything appealing, anything. Sex appeal sells a lot. People's brains just work like that. Unfortunately, yes. Hi, can I ask you? Mokbei, you can ask me what? Of course, ask me. Go ahead. I will see. Also, he's a sort of JoJo reference for me. Lol. Sett has Dio's voice actor in Japanese. Oh my god, he's the JoJo reference. I think they actually marketed him with a JoJo reference. When they released the Sett, no, I think that it's at the end of the Sett trailer. They made a JoJo, the JoJo walk between Pantheon and Sett. There is also the JoJo camera angle. Like a form with 4 arms after ulting or during his low life. Right? This is design. Biggest. This is all it takes. Being passionate, having a vision. This is what means making a good skin. Holy shit, I'm a Sett player. This is what I would like to. Of course, not everybody will like Azura's Wrath. But I'm sure that most of the Sett players, except maybe for Gunners, I guess. But maybe even Gunners. Would appreciate a skin like that. Thinking about a major game update in 2027, do you think they'll completely remodel all the old characters to make them more modern? No. No, Mokbay. I think that, like, if they will do something, if they do something like that, if they plan on doing something like that, it will probably be like, remember during the Skarner, what was it? Like, it was the Skarner, it was the dev update before the Skarner Azu release, and they showed that new Malphite model, which wasn't really an Azu. It was kind of just a retexture, a base remodeling, but with no rigging, no new rigging, no new animations, just a remodeling, which just felt a bit more modern, but doesn't take as many resources, and it's probably easier to dish out. I think that if they ever do something, it's gonna be something like that. But then again, that's ingent work, because we're talking about so many champions and so many skins. Especially the old champions have so many skins. So personally, I think that they are not gonna do anything. They're not. The 2027 game update, it's just gonna be a Summoner's Rift visual update. It's a Summoner's Rift visual. It's not every champion's visual update. People are misunderstanding what's coming in 2027, in my opinion. People expect like a League of Legends 2.0, everything modern and everything fresh. No, that's not what's gonna happen, guys. I'm telling you. They are just reworking the client. They are detaching finally the spaghetti. They're kind of trying to figure out all of the spaghetti. They're just putting the client here. They're trying to separate the client. They want to remove the current client, and they want a dedicated client that it's not all tangled up like it is nowadays. But that's about it. They are not going to make League of Legends 2.0, guys. You are keeping your hopes too up, in my opinion. This was like sad to not having it, and then I was like, man, I don't miss this game finally. No, I understand, because like if you care about the champion, you want the skin, you want the collection, no? But yeah, this is definitely not a miss. If you have Spirit Blossom Sett, you already have the top quality, in my opinion, that you can have with Sett. So we had Radiant Serpent Sett. Let's see. We're going to explore now. Who do we have? Sanuzal. We have Sanuzal, right? We have Jinx, Sett, Sanuzal, Morgana, Viego. We have 5, no? See, okay, so now it's Sanuzal's turn. Okay. Thing is that first I want to check something. I want to check something. Here in the model viewer, okay, because the thing is that they updated the Sanuzal, as you guys may know. They actually delayed Sanuzal's release. I remember I made a video when he first was released on PBE, and I reviewed him on PBE. I have no idea if like there's been a lot of backlash. I hope that I contributed to the backlash, for which they actually delayed it and decided to postpone the release of Sonos Mordekaiser. But the first iteration of Sonos Mordekaiser I think that Kada does not have it. I think that Kada does not have it, but maybe, guys, I can show you my video, or at least more or less my video, without having to no. I can just videos, and the first Mordekaiser variant. Okay, what's this one? The first Mordekaiser variant was this one. Okay, this was the model, guys. Can you see? Maybe not too much because of the layout of my stream, but maybe now you can see slightly better. This was the first form, and the form that was removed. Okay. This was the first Sonos form. This is the first iteration. This is how it worked. Here I actually explain it. So, basically, everything that changed in the first version of Sonos Mordekaiser was the mace. So, the first spoils, the first power gauge feeling would transform the... That was everything that would happen. Only the mace transforming like this. Then after a few more ultimates, this is such a poor design. Like, this is such a underwhelming design for a quest system. As a gameplay experience, this is so underwhelming. It's so devoid of any feeling, of any heart. What do I have to do? I just have to press an ultimate on enemy champion. I'm still gonna do it. Like, it's so obvious that I'm gonna do that. There is no spice. Like, maybe if I use an R on a tank, something happens. If I use it on a mage, something happens. Maybe if I actually manage to kill my opponent during my R, then something happens. Otherwise, nothing happens. So there is actually... there were so many options that they could have gone with, but everything that is required for the transformation, even now, you just cast R on a target. And that's it. That's enough. That's enough. You just press a point and click button on an enemy target. That's it. That's it. It's not compelling, guys. It's not compelling. Is this what a Mordekaiser player wants to experience as an additional experience of the champion? This is compelling. This covers the power fantasy for Mordekaiser players? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. It's not compelling at all. The very first version was so trash. What I'm excited the most about the new client is what they might be able to do in the future. I bet if they give Zina and Azu, the current client would just collapse. So I'm interested about the next one. Just like how it happened with Scanner, the code is held together with hopes and dreams. My god, yes. Also made Morde. You want my money. Oh my god. You also made Mordekaiser, so basically you got exalted skin, an exalted skin for both your mains. Yeah. Just like I really want not around PC. I don't know why. Wild Rift feels better in every way, from the skins to the graphics and so much more compared to the PC version. Okay, so the thing with Wild Rift, Mokbay, is that it's a fresh new engine, made from scratch, modern, in a controlled environment, with experts that know what they're doing, that know how it all works. Unlike current League of Legends, which is was basically made by 3 people 20 years ago that didn't know anything that they were doing, basically. Okay, and now we have experts that are hired today, and they worked on untangling the mess, which is why we're having the 2027 game update. That's why it feels better, Wild Rift. Graphics wise, it's not that better, It's not that better because it's rendered for mobile, so don't think that it's that much more visually appealing than PC League of Legends. But I totally understand that Norra is a champion that they should like champion. In my opinion, there shouldn't be champion exclusives for platforms or games. Then again, I am not Riot Games. We can just talk about that. The fifth version was so trash. Yeah, because only the maze changed. I have a feeling Riot Games is going full throttle with gacha mechanics. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Genshin Impact style game in the future. The thing is that gacha is a system that works. And it's a system that brings too much money to the table. It doesn't matter if people complain, if people try to fight it. It's never gonna be extinguished, especially because the premise of League of Legends is that it's a free-to-play game, and it's not. League of Legends does not sell pay-to-win. That's the absolute key of the success of the game. It's the reason why it's prospering so much, even now after 15 days. Years, days. Days. Even now after 15 years, guys. It's because we can complain all we want, but at the end of the day, it's an enjoyable game that gets updated every 2 weeks, and that it's fair, more or less. Then there is the whole Smurf thingy that I could just talk for days on end, and I won't. But on its core, it's a fair game, and you can just enjoy it fully. Guys, I have friends in real life, my best friends in real life, that have been playing League of Legends for even longer than me, and they couldn't give a flying cow about skins, about cosmetics. They don't give a you could literally give them a stick figure on a white canvas, and they wouldn't care. They wouldn't even notice. All they care about is the dopamine, the numbers, the damage. Ah, yes, the competitivity of the game. And there are many people like that. Okay, and they have just been enjoying a free game, the most played game in the world, completely free without having to spend a single dime, but always being able to enjoy every season on point, on time, every item, every new change, every rune, and that's a lot in my opinion, guys. That's a lot. Sure, then we can argue that it's horrible that gacha exists. It's horrible that they are profiting off this predatory system that is very petty. But at the same time, we can't forget that nobody will ever force you to spend a single dime to play this game. Nobody. You can just play for free forever, at any time. The latest update, the latest content. Guys, do you know World of Warcraft? Yes, of course. Who doesn't know World of Warcraft here? You know that Blizzard sells early access in a game where you have to pay monthly $13 every month. And every 2 years you have to spend a minimum of $50 just to update the expansion pack. And on top of that, if you want an early access, so if you want to play the expansion before everyone else, you have to pay at least $100 expansion. And Blizzard will not even include game time below $100, which is insane in my opinion. So what I'm saying is that Riot is not perfect, guys. But trust me that in this market, everyone else is way worse, in my opinion. It's way worse. Except for in the game company, everything is so much worse. I'm a player from Korea. Oh my god, Mockbait. Really? You are Korean? That's so nice. It feels so weird to me, like, to think that I'm Italian and someone from Korea would just watch my content or watch my streams. It's kinda crazy. Thank you so much for being here. When the gacha system was introduced, nothing happened and people actually spent even more money. What do you mean with nothing happening? This is very interesting, by the way, yeah? Because if you live in Korea, you can actually give us your witness, your testifying of how much gacha is eradicated. No, like Eastern Asia alone, carry the whole world combined revenue contribution to this game. There are still great skins. I love gambling, Kina. Of course you do love gambling. There are still great skins that are in gacha, thankfully. Sì, no, but I agree. I agree. Ginger, che fai? Perché sei senza... Sorry, it's my cat. My biggest fear is that they might get greedy and introduce a rotating shop into the game like in Valorant. I mean, the Sanctum kinda is already, no? It's a rotating shop after all. I have a question. They have rerun the Exalted skin, the Exalted Jinx skin, so do you think they're gonna rerun all the previous Exalted skins later? Like I said earlier, biggest, I have no idea. Because I don't work at Riot. Honestly, it's hard to say. I think that they went the extra length on Jinx because Jinx is a very popular champion for obvious reasons. I'm not sure they would give a fuck about Sett. And Sett honestly needs so much more work. And I doubt they're gonna put any kind of effort in it. So yeah. So anyway, what would mostly change here are the maces, as you can see. This is the third form, and voila, this would be the third last form. By the way, you can't choose the weapon, huh? You can just cast your ultimate, and your weapon will automatically change after some casts. This was the first iteration, by the way. Huh? You have no power over the transformation of the mace. And then... and then we had pretty much pretty much every single animation was completely the attack animations too. They were completely recycled. Attack animations were completely recycled. There were no transition animations. Nothing. And then, yeah, the form, there was only one form, okay? The armored form that now became the second form that you achieve, second and last form that you achieve. This one used to be simply the R form, the R bonus form. Amore mio. So, yeah, this one only had one iteration. It was crazy, it was kind of crazy, let's be honest. Ginger, fermo. So, let's check it out in game now. We're going to explore it a bit in terms of design. By the way, Sonos Mordekaiser does not have any stand. Does not have any stand animation. Does not have any airborne knock-up. And does not have any run slow either. So he misses all of the status effect animations, which in my opinion is shameful. It's shameful. Honestly, it's shameful. And so Morde,
Domination, deceit.
The song carries the skin so hard. Oh my god, the song is so good. The song is so damn good. Okay, here we have... And this is the intro song, it's pretty nice. I love the song. The song they made for Sonos is so good. It's artificial Mongolian, I think. It's not really. It's ancient Turkish artificial Mongolian. It's not an actual language. Can you guys hear it? It's still going. I want to see how much it's gonna last. Does not last the whole game. It's just an intro. Also because no, it does not last because see the music volume. This is just the Demacian Season Summoner's Rift BGM. I don't understand why he has the note here, because besides the intro, there's nothing else. Maybe I think that when you die, maybe when you there's some music here, and I think that maybe there's this feeble. Can you guys hear it? I don't know if you guys can hear it. There is some music on death and respawn. So if we disable this, maybe we shouldn't be able to hear it anymore. Let's see. We disable it. So now if we die, yeah. No, now you can't hear it anymore. You just can't hear it anymore. Not even on respawn. Not even on respawn. So it's hard to say. But if I can, I want a Sanusal rerun one day. I don't like the Sett one, but I think the Mordekaiser one is the only one I want to try to have. Can I tell you something? The Mordekaiser one is really good. I don't even play Mordekaiser, but first I love lore skins, which is why I would actually want remotely to have the Jinx one. But of course I won't. Like I probably would have if they were legendary skins. If they costed less than $20, maybe I would have gone for them. They cost too much, and the system is just batshit crazy. It's already too much giving what I gave for Revenant Rain Viego to Riot Games. It's not something that I'm just going to do for every single skin. It's impossible. I would never do it. Viego is also cool, but I don't play him anymore compared to more the Sett or Asol. Okay, I don't know how much money they might be spending on the company, making both the series and MMO. I think their old way of making money isn't enough anymore. Probably you're right, Mockbay. Probably you're right. It's still debatable because it's not really. I think that the issue here is not how much they ask for a skin. In my opinion, Riot Games, being a company that provides a free-to-play game with no pay-to-win, I think they are free to price their product. Anybody is free to price their own craft at whatever price they want. In my opinion, what is wrong here is the predatory system that is gacha. Because, like, honestly, I wouldn't have any issue if Riot Games was like, you see this skin? This is $250 flat. This is $250 flat. You want it? $250. I wouldn't have any problem. I would still say, oh my god, that's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's too much money. But at least I would respect Riot because that's just how they want to sell things. What I don't like personally is the whole gacha thing, the slot machine system that basically lures people. And in my opinion, a real problem are also those people who say, "Hey guys, by the way, I found the new Exalted skin in one pool, in one pool." So people just go like, "Oh my god, you see? Oh my god, I'm gonna be lucky too. Yes, I'm gonna find him in 2 pools, Max. I'm sure of it. I am sure of it." $200 in, they still didn't get the skin. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stop at $200? No. If you spent as much as $200, you want the skin. So you just keep going. Maybe you did not want to spend all that money. You did not want it. But you are lured by the false hope of finding it, which is 0.5% drop chance, by the way. And you are lured by all of those other players and people and consumers, which most of the time, in my opinion, are just lying. They are just lying. Saying, "No, but I just found it in 1. I just find it in 3 pools, guys. 3 pools. So you're just lured. You just think, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be lucky too. There's no way I'm not lucky. 100% I will find it in less than 10 pools." And then $200 in, and they're like, "Oh my god, I just spent $200. What am I gonna do now? Am I going to give up now? Am I gonna get stuck at $200? No. If I need to put another $50, I'm just gonna put it. Because I already spent this much. I'm gonna go for the full skin now." So that's the problem, in my opinion. Because if Riot Games, and Riot Games wouldn't earn as much if they did this, of course. That's why they don't do it. But if Riot Games said, "Okay guys, the skin is $250. Flat. You want it? $250. Way less people would say like, no, sorry. Like, way more people would say like, "No, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna spend that much money. Not gonna do it." Because there is no in between. There is no false hope. That's the problem, in my opinion. The false hope is the problem. It's not the price per se. Because honestly, I don't think... I think that a company that provides a free-to-play game, they ask nothing of us. Again, I have friends who have been playing for 15 years. They didn't spend a single euro on the game. And they still play everything that this game has to offer. Okay? So, I think that I feel like being demanding, being entitled to how Riot should monetize whatever product they come up with is not up to us. We are nobody. Who are you? What do you want? Why would you tell someone what to do? Riot doesn't owe us anything. It's not like you provide them with a constant flux of money, because otherwise you cannot even play the game. That would be something different. That's why, for example, I complain about World of Warcraft. Because World of Warcraft is a game that requires you not even to own... Let's be honest, we do not own our accounts in League of Legends either. Because if Riot Games decides to shut the whole thing down, we lose everything at any given moment. That's for sure. But at the same time, if I buy a skin, if I buy Revenant Train Viego, and I want to play Revenant Train Viego, I can do it at any time. I just log in, I just go in a practice game, I just go in a versus AI game, and I just can play my game. I just can play Viego. I can play him whenever and however I want. Nobody will lock me out, nobody will require me to pay extra money. Okay, a game like World of Warcraft, for example, yes, maybe you invested 20 years of playing this character. Maybe you have been spending thousands and thousands of money just solely for the subscription fee, just to have your character where he is now. But unless you pay the rent, because it's basically it's like it's a rent. Your World of Warcraft account is a rent. Subscription fee gains, it's something that I cannot stand anymore. Like, World of Warcraft is the only exception because it dates so far back, and back then that used to be the model. But subscription fee games, now I could never invest anything in them. Anything. Because it would feel like I am just renting my own time, my own character. That my character is my love, is my passion, is my self-projection in a game. And the thought of having to rent myself in the game, it's crazy. I will never do that. That's why when we're talking about Riot games, okay, and what they provide us without asking for anything, not even a one-time payment, not even a one-time purchase, you can just play forever for free since day one, since moment one. I think that people feeling demanding with Riot games, saying no, the skins should cost this. No, I should get these skins for free, especially with a system like the X-Tech chest, which provides some skins completely for free. For example, I own 5 ultimate skins, and only 2 of them I paid with my own money. I got 3 ultimate skins completely for free by playing the game without paying anything, completely from X-Tech chests. And we're talking about 30, almost 100 euros that I got for free. And that's the only way that Riot Games has to make money, by the way. I want this to be clear. That's the only way that Riot Games make money. Skins. And I got 100 euros of skins free. A lot of people give this for granted, in my opinion. A lot of people give this for granted. Like, duh! That's what Riot Games has to do. Duh! Of course, I'm playing their stupid game. Of course they have to give me skins for free. That's how entitled people are nowadays. Maybe it's because I'm old. Maybe it's because I used to buy, have my family, because I was little, have my family do sacrifices to buy me a console and buy me games for the console and just be able to play one game at a time. So maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But I have a different mentality than most of players nowadays in League of Legends. Let's see what you guys are up to. Angry shitless man. They did. Hey Neko, ciao. They did the same for one of Arcane's songs where they made up a language for it. Cool stuff. Yeah, it's the. Holy moly, it's the fight between Jinx and Vayne. Ashes and Blood. Ashes and Blood by Woodkid. Oh my god, so good. And they actually came up with an artificial chanting for the Shurima language, which surprised me when they did the Zahan's Dam, because in the Zahan's Dam they actually used actual Arabian. And I was like, what? I thought it was artificial Shurima at first, but then it proved to be actual Arabian. I don't know why. Hi, Turkish viewer here. I genuinely don't understand a single thing from the Morde intro song. Ciao, Vel. Sounds more familiar to Mongolia. Also, 400 points for a single gacha pool is fucking disgusting. It's disgusting, Vel, I agree. Also, yeah, I was because it's holy moly, how is the artist that made the Radish Tuliuk? Tuliuk is how you pronounce it. Mordekaiser Singer. Sanosal. Un po'. Oh my god, I can't find the. It's that Mongolian singer, Radish Tuliuk. I remember something similar. I'm probably saying it wrong or badly. I can't find it. Sanosal Radish. Maybe it's not Radish. Maybe I'm completely fucking up his name. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Hello from Belgium. I love your videos. Good luck for next. Thank you, Khalid. Belgium got it country. Kira, you're from Belgium? I think you're from Belgium. Have you seen the new Senna trailer? Already seems to have the same basic attack animations. The new Senna trailer? What do you mean the new Senna trailer? You are so correct. About what, Poiric? Why skin can change spell icons? Khalid, that's a good question. You hype me for analyze my skins now. Anyway, so this was something that was already present in the skin, the home guard, which is okay, I guess. The pom 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 pom, the stomping on the ground. Okay, so there's only one transition animation. It's okay because it only has one run speed level anyway. Okay, so and when you get out, there is no transition animation into run, which is kinda lame. Okay, and basically I remember they changed the run base. They added variants to the run base after my first review. Honestly, I think, guys, that this iteration, the first form of Sonos Mordekaiser, is the best one. I wish I could just play this one. Actually, I wish that they worked more towards this design, because the second design with the golden armor is just horrible. I understand that the golden armor is something that has to do with of ancient tribal noxus for venerating the Hall of Bones. I'm still not sure if the Hall of Bones and Volrak Noon are the same place, because Volrak Noon is where the Chosen of the Wolf skinline comes from, which is very similar to Valhalla, the Vikings Valhalla. But anyway, this is the nomadic barbarian design, and it looks so damn cool. And you can see, it's clear that this is the last form that they added. No, it's intended to be the first one in the game, but you can see that this is part of the update that they pushed after delaying Sonos Mordekaiser. Okay, because it's so well done. It's so good. Look at all the 3D details that they added with the leather belt on the chest. The not belt, harness. The leather harness that he has for the chest. It's so good. The fur details and everything. It's so nice. It's so nice. But unfortunately, this is the first form, and you cannot switch back to this form. This is important. You cannot switch back to this form. Now let's check together how the gouge works. Spoils of War. Mordekaiser conquers the Noxian grasslands, stealing stats from his enemies with his ultimate. When his meter fills, he has triumphed over the other Noxi tribes, taking his place as the unconquered king. So stats stolen. For the records, stats stolen means just casting your R on an enemy. So this is what is going to happen. Please be attentive of the surrounding during the ultimate, if you can. So you can see the grassland here. There is a Timo mushroom for some reason. You can see the R form here. This is the R form. It's the armor that stays if you manage to kill. Like if you manage to kill. Because Mordekaiser works like this. Mordekaiser steals the stats of an enemy, and if he kills the enemy inside the R, he retains the stats of the enemy until the enemy respawns. That's how it works. So we have currently 200 out of 325, which is like 2 casts. In 3 casts we should fill the gauge completely and have access. No, sorry, not have access, but being forced to evolve to the next form. So, oh my god, the mushroom now is here. No, not quite. So we're going for the 4. And so there you have it. They discarded the previous maze forms from the 5th iteration. They went straight for the 3rd one because it was the most elaborated. And basically this is what we get now, which is a design that I'm not particularly fond of. Then again, that's a matter of tastes, I guess. What I do appreciate is how they added transition animations for the attacks, which is something that they added after my video. So I hope that they actually... I'm pretty sure that the Riot Games doesn't really give a shit about me. But I hope that they... somewhat my feedback got to them. Because attack transitions are one of the best thing that you can give, especially to a melee character. But in general, honestly, it doesn't even have to be melee. Attack transition animations have the best feeling in the game. The best feeling. It's the best player feedback you can provide. The attack animation variants are only 2, just like the base one. Also, there is a, which I'm not sure the base one has, but they added transition animations from Q too. It's a bit clunky, but there is. Okay, so with this one, honestly, they could have gone with the torch rotation like Zahan has with his double view. They didn't. So the transition is there, but it does not follow the cast point. So it just goes wherever he's looking at. See? He should rotate the chest to where the casting area is, in my opinion, for the best experience. Anyway, overall, undeniably, this is a good upgrade from base Mordekaiser, undeniably. At the same time, I don't think that it's a compelling transformation system. I don't think the quest system is good. I don't think it's something that Mordekaiser players crave too much. I know someone from my community is called Warsward, but I think where he lives now it's too late. But I would really much like to know what he thinks about this, because he really loves Mordekaiser, and it would be interesting to know what he thinks about what should be the best design, like what you as a Mordekaiser main, Mordekaiser OTP, I think he's an OTP Mordekaiser. What do you seek? What do you want? What do you expect from an Exalted Mordekaiser skin? It would be interesting. I don't think that this is a completely satisfying skin. It's not. Because honestly, it fails to be consistent design-wise through forms. Yes, it's been updated, but at the same time, it lacks consistency, and there's been some scrapping work here for which they just had to remove some stuff, keep some others, add some new. It's a bit rambling work. I'm not sure it's a job well done overall. Despite the update, despite the delay, I'm still not completely happy with the overall result. So, what do you guys think? Wait, guys. Sorry, let me see, let me recover the chat. Let's see what you guys are up to. More the intro song is so good. Whenever I play with it, I feel like I'm a king. By the way, you can find the song in Spotify. His name is Sonos. Yes, I was obsessed with it. You have no idea. I would listen to it every day for so long. I was so obsessed with the song. It's so good. It's so good. It's one of the best songs they came up with. I love it. Senna's next skin isn't just an epic. See, it's an epic skin. It's the Warhound, I think. It's a new skin line. I think it's pretty much a remake of the Vandal skin line. Dude, also, is it just me or do they make skins for the sake of making skins now? All recent skins look the same. Yes, well, yes. I agree. The thing is that it's because this is the direction, by the way. It's a directive from the higher ups, which is completely soulless. Okay, is that the skin team is just tasked with quantity, churning out. So of course, what happens is that you overshadow quality with quantity, and that's an issue because you just oversaturate existing skin lines. You just make up new skill lines out of nowhere, and you just squeeze champions that have nothing to do with those skill lines into them, and you just force them into them. Spirit Blossom Darius, Spirit Blossom Yorick, what? So oversaturated skin lines. They completely lose meaning. They completely lose flavor. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this kind of practice with skins in general. Also, I think that I really like more skin lines that not necessarily share a universe with other champions, but skin lines, for example, Umbral Crown, the one for Revenant Train Viego, that enhances the base fantasy and it just takes it to the next level. Because if you like many times I find myself liking the base champion more than any other skin. So when you actually give me a skin that exalts, enhances the base version of the character, just makes it better, takes it to the next level, that's something that I personally like a lot. So now instead they will just take a Mordekaiser and make a Cafe Cutie skin for him because yes. For example, the worst they did was during Sentinels of Light, when they just which ones are the popular champions now? Rengar, Pyke, Irelia, Diana. Okay, they are all Sentinels of Light. Sentinel of Light, Rengar. Sentinel of Light, Graves. Graves was super popular back then. Graves was super strong. Everyone was using Graves. So what are we gonna do? Sentinels of Light, Graves, Legendary. What does it have to do with Graves as a character? What does Sentinel of Light have to do with Graves? Nothing. Vayne makes completely sense. Complete sense. But Sentinels of Light, Rengar. Sentinels of Light, Graves. A drunkard pirate mercenary that becomes a paladin of light to save Runeterra from darkness. What are we talking about? Rengar. Rengar is the most anti-hero possible. He's just a furry man, a Vastaya, a beast, a hunter that he just wants to kill monsters and hang their trophies in his room. That's all he wants to do. No. Let's take him and let's make him a paladin of justice and light for the sake of Runeterra. Why is even Senna getting Warhound skin over Nasus? That's a good question. Probably because right now Senna is in a good spot for selling. We don't have the data. Riot Games has the data. Sentinels of Light, Rengar and Pike. Pike is a like, yes, they kinda try to push it with the whole Ruined King narrative, the game, by making this last post-credit scene where he adds Viego's name to his list, which was super cringe, by the way. But you have to tell me, I have to understand how Pike, which is an anti-hero just like Rengar, even more elaborated and cool because Pike is super cool. Pike is a pirate that was left to die drowned in the ocean by his crew. He becomes an undead ghost of the depths, seeking vengeance, wanting to kill people who made him die. This is his whole character arc. Vengeful Wraith wants to kill people. That's it. They managed to transform him into an agent of light that wants to save the world. What are we talking about? Yeah, and they lobotomized Spike and made Rengar just a kitty that meows in the comic. Oh my god. Yes. A hunting furry cat fan of Predator. Hi Exol, ciao Drake. Hi. So again, yes, I'm not a fan. I don't think that so far, okay, Jinx just press Ctrl 5 and changes form. Radiant Serpent Sett, you just press W. It's a good idea on the basis. They could have elaborated it more to make this perpetual system where everyone can always interact with his forms with different objectives. Like I have to earn currency, I have to press my W to earn currency so I can spend my currency. But then the overall end result of Radiant Serpent Sett is just so underwhelming, so bad. Okay, so that's not the power fantasy of a Sett player. Mordekaiser is the same. You are forced into only two forms. The second form, you can't even choose to go back to the first form, which in my opinion is better than this one. And there is zero interaction whatsoever. Like, this skin does not sell any gameplay experience at all. It's just, you press R, which is what you're supposed to do, and that's it. You have no power over the whole experience. At least Sett lets you swap between forms. It's super stupid and the forms are super ugly, but at least Sett gives you the possibility to swap between forms. This one, no. This one, you just evolve. At some point, you just press R enough times to just evolve into this armor, and that's it. So again, so far, these are such poor designs. Those are such gameplay experience that a true player, a true main of these champions, they don't want. They don't. If I were a Mordekaiser main, if I were a Sett main, I would not want these skins. They offer me nothing. They offer me nothing that is remarkable. They offer me nothing that fulfill my power fantasy of the character. Nothing. Nothing. They're completely empty. They feel boring. Sanusal is very very interesting conceptually because it's lore based and because it's very fascinating. It's very charming. You know, exploring Mordekaiser, how he was as a human, his story. But his whole story could have been explored way better. Okay, first form. Do this, do that. Unlock your R ability for the first time and cast your ability for the first time. Okay, second form, new quest. Uh, Cast ultimate on enemy X time and then kill them. They have to die. And if you kill 1, 2, 3 enemies in your ultimate, then you unlock the final form. And you can switch forms however you want. No, they just, it's so boring, it's so unenthusiastic, it's so, I don't know how to properly explain it to you guys, but I don't think that this is something that a Mordekaiser player wants. I don't think that a Mordekaiser player plays this skin and feels enthusiastic of the whole transformation thingy. Elementalist looks is way more intriguing in my opinion, because Elementalist looks, you mix elements, you combine elements, and you make your form for the game. You can't swap. That's an artistic choice, though, in my opinion. It's not necessarily worse. Okay, because every game is gonna be different. Every game is gonna give you something different. Every game you can change. But a skin like Mordekaiser, every game is the same. Every game you're just going to evolve like that without having to do anything, really. You just press R on people and you just evolve by itself. It's so boring. It's so boring. Like with looks, at least you have to get your skill shots, you have to accumulate power gauge, and then you manually have to activate the animation, which has an animation. Mordekaiser doesn't even have an animation. Animations feel very good for player feedback and player experience. When you transform with looks, you click and you transform yourself. It feels good. Like it feels like you made an action. You did something. Mordekaiser does not do that. Mordekaiser, you just your R finishes and Mordekaiser just changes. Poof, farts, black farts, and he's in the new armor. It's boring. It's boring. It doesn't make the player feel involved, in my opinion. It's boring. It's bad. That's how I see it. What do you guys think? Personally, I don't think it's... I genuinely think it's not compelling whatsoever. It's just not compelling whatsoever. The way I see it. Let me see something. Not compelling whatsoever. Okay, sorry guys, you're gonna hear echo because my live stream just froze. Okay, I have them both here. Okay, perfect. So we can go to the next one. Let me see if you guys have anything. Said I have to go. It was a good live. See you. Bye, Biggest. It was very nice to talk to you. Can't lie, they should shield down with the golden skins and almost automatically revolting, just by the color scheme. It's probably why I dislike almost all the yellow prestige skins. I never liked the prestige skins. There is not a single prestige skin that I like. The only one that I think is fascinating is the Pantheon one. The Prestige Ruin Pantheon, because it gives it has the lore take to it. And it's very cool. It's the only one that I like because it's very thematic, it's very lore bound, but there isn't a single prestige skin that I like because they are so, I don't know, they are so focused on just making things like a matter of trend. I don't like it. I don't like them. I'd like your opinion and anyone else's here on skin border, since I think almost a lot of people forget they are also considered some sort of luxury, costing around 580 RP. Give your take. Really, they cost 580? Are you not given the like, as far as I knew? Ah no, maybe not for the epic. For the epic, I think that's only for the legendary skins. That when you purchase them during their own event, their release time, you get the border. Or maybe that's how it used to work. Maybe it's not like this anymore. But yeah, having to pay extra for the border, I don't know. The thing is that I think it's a legit way to monetize your content. If I were Riot, I think it's not that bad. Like, it's that extra thing that you want to give to the player to customize their profile, no? Customize their champions, their aesthetic. I don't think it's too bad. About the price, I don't know. Maybe it could cost less, maybe it could cost more, I'm not sure. The thing is that I think that Riot Games could use so much more, so many more ways to monetize content. Like, for example, I don't know, one that comes to mind: voice lines. Just sell voiceover packs, sell voice announcement packs, sell I don't know, there are so many things that they could sell, that they could monetize in a legit way. Ciao Karinina. That's a cute name. Karina is cute in Italian. Karinina with the C, not with the K. So Karinina sounds cute in a way. Make the players win the ultimate form with their own hands, just like how you need to get 15 takedowns on RR Viego to ascend. Yes. Chinese companies are so stingy. Yeah. Yeah, Riot Games is 100% Tencent, so it's pretty much a Chinese company at this point. So, let's move on to checking out Morgana, and I will show you why I think Morgana is also bad.
But I will not break.
The splash shirt is good. The thing is that there are a lot of people who just look at the splash shirt and they go, wow, that's all I need. That's all I will ever need. That's how Riot Games mostly make money. So there is the audio track thingy here too, but I don't hear. Could it be? Could it be that we have let's mute the music. Okay. So it seems like it's a custom BGM. It's a custom BGM. It's a full-on custom BGM. Oh my god. Jesus. Give her a transition animation. Oh my god. It's so ugly. Holy Christ! Can somebody just stop here? Oh my god, it looks horrible. Horrible. Jesus. Give her a goddamn transition animation. Jesus Christ. It's like a punch in the eye. I would be so upset if I were to play Morgana. If I were a Morgana main. The reflection is super nice, by the way. I really like it. It's very good. Overall, the VFX, this has one of the best VFX, probably. Ma perché? Why? It has to be interrupted like this? Because this is the transition to idol. So, what the skin is trying to do is going transition to idol, because there is no transition. Eccoci. And so, but then it just switches to run. Look. Take a look. See how she does this. And then she just keeps walking like... Oh my god, it's so annoying. So annoying. So, Control 5 here allows us to change mask. This is all stuff that I already reviewed, guys, in my video of her, but... Ah, yes, there are the petals. Look, when you stay idle... These are such nice touch. These little detail touches, it's something that I really love. Those petals here, accumulating, and when you leave, they stay. Look. See? I don't know, it's... those little things here, they drive me crazy. I love them. Morgana, my poor girl. Kina. Melon, ciao. Got the Viego 1. I expected the Ascension to be something special, but it's just the glow and it's underwhelming. See, it's okay, but at the same time, I think that it has a lot. It has a lot. Because it's an evolution. Like, for example, like we already explored. Like we already explored with Sanusal, for example, and how we are going to see with Morgana. They don't even have an animation. Revenant Train Viego has an animation that you can just display for everyone to see. And it's not much less visually impactful as, for example, Lux transformation, Elementalist Lux transformation. After all, there is a lot going on. It just gets up. There are hands coming from the ground. All the sword starts rotating, circling around him. And then there is like this kind of explosion on the ground, and he just lands. I think it has enough visual impact, in my opinion. Also, the most of the visual impact you will have it from the Pentakill environmental event, with the music, with the music track, with the dim playing. That's the best part, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm impressed. I'm most impressed that this skin actually has this is a huge +1 that probably I overlooked, because back when this was released, there was the Season of Ionia, and there was the Ionia Summoner's Rift map, and probably it used the same, a similar, if not the same, music track. Hopefully not the same. But this is a dedicated one, and I actually like it a lot. So, you see all these butterflies? These butterflies, that whenever you get close to a terrain, you have these butterflies here. Do you see? These are pretty nice. These are a very nice eye candy. Very, very nice eye candy. Look. Everywhere you go, the butterflies, they follow you. And this is such a nice eye candy. They just adapt to the terrain around you. It's very similar to how Swain's crows follow you around the terrain. This is a very nice addition. And based on the mask that you're equipping, it's not really, you're not equipping anything. You can see the mask that you're equipping here on the waist. It changes here on the waist. And based on the mask that you change, which I think that it's really smooth, because you can cast it while walking too, so it's a really smooth transition animation. Based on the mask that you're wearing, it changes the Q. You can see the Q. Oh my god. Okay. You see? Purple one. And the orange one. Also, you can see in the hood. Here, in the hood. You can see the mask changing. Very, very pretty effects, I have to say. They're super pretty. Super nice. Yes, I will agree that VFX wise it's amazing. It looks amazing. Also, something that the masks change, if I remember correctly, is the ultimate. Yeah. The mask on your head and the mask on the target's head. And also, let's see. Let's change. It will not really respect the color. The color will always be bluish. Ghost blue, ghost purple. Oh damn. Oh man. Oh no. We will have to restart. Sorry. I was just trying to display the... Yeah. Let me see the next. Okay, this one. Why this one is orange? What? Ah no, it must be because of the second form, okay. Let me restart. By the way, the dedicated background music is a huge plus in my opinion. So the power gouge just says, and this is super minimal, guys. If you've been here in the stream with me until now, the others were way more elaborated. It was a way much clearer HUD description and everything. This is just hit Dark Binding and Soul Shackles to evolve. That's it. That's it. Let me read the chat. There is someone calling for me. I hear her calling for me. Yes, the borders used to be farmable enough. All battle pass now you have to buy a bundle. An example is an epic skin is 1320 and with border gotta buy the... sì, it's away the... Ciao monkey boy, exo. Ciao monkey. But the model barely changes, which is why I think it's worse than the set one. I don't know, I think that overall Morgana is still better than Sett. Sett just feels atrocious to me. I watched like every single one of your videos, but when I was seeing the Yasuo Azu, the Yasuo Unbound and the Yasuo look the same. They look the same? What do you mean? The Elementalist took Supremacy. But you mean rig-wise? What do you mean? The music is so beautiful, by the way. So it's such a nice addition. Anyway, so hit Dark Binding and Soul Shovels to evolve. So yeah, the problem is this is what happens. You can see the gouge here, the flower, the tree branch, the leaves. Can you guys see? It's filling up. Once you reach the that's all there is to it. Oh my god, the music is so good. I really like it. This is arguably any better than the fist form. Personally, I think that the fist form is even looks way better than this one. Why would I want to be this? I don't see the value in having to abandon my fist form for this one. This one is ugly. Personally, I find it so ugly. It adds nothing except for changing the color of the visuals, but it doesn't even add anything. There isn't anything more at all. It's nothing elaborated. It's nothing. It adds nothing. She just goes orange and grows some horns, and that's it. Such a poor experience, and again, I don't think that it's compelling. Most importantly, I don't think that it's compelling the way you evolve. You just have to hit your Qs and your R. By the way, you don't hit your R. Your R you just cast them when you are nearby enemies. So it's not compelling, it's not interesting, it's just boring, and then you're just forced to switch into a form that it's not even sold to you through the splash art, because when you buy the champion in the splash art, it's not this one. It's not this one. I like the other one more. I would have loved if I could just transform into this whenever I felt like. If I can just decide when I can be this or the other, then it's a completely different thing. That's added value. But this does not add any value at all. Doesn't add anything. On top of it, I have no power to decide if I want to evolve. It's something that will happen at some point in the match. I have no decision over. It just feels horrible because I don't like this. I don't want to play as this. So again, this is something that is not optimal. It's not something, in my opinion, that was designed for Morgana players in mind. When they made this skin, they didn't think, okay, what would a Morgana player want? Ah, she wants to hit her Q. Vabbè, wow. Of course she's gonna hit her Q. That's what she has to do. No? Maybe they could have done, I don't know, hit 20 times a champion with your Q, and you unlock one form. Shield from enemy abilities your teammates with your E 20 times, and you unlock another form, or you unlock another mask, you unlock something. Use your double view on enemies hit by your Q 5 times, 10 times, and you unlock the tiered mask, you unlock the tiered form. Use your ultimate on at least 2 enemy champions, at least 3 enemy champions, once, twice, thrice, and you unlock a 4th mask, you unlock a 4th form. and you can just change form whenever you want. See, I am giving you a design that is much more compelling and interesting. That even if I'm not a Morgana player, I am still a passionate player, and I can tell you that this would be way more compelling. This would be way better for a player that plays Morgana. And let me switch. Jesus, let me decide which form I want to play. I want to have control over my skin. I want modularity. I want power over my character. This is shit. This is so bad. This is so bad. Yes, hit your Qs and hit your R sometimes, and at some point you will just change form completely and you can't even go back. What kind of design is this? I don't know. Let me read the chat. I checked. The run and haste animations are the same. They copied and pasted Yasuo Unbound. I bring animations to Yasuo Unbound. Yeah, but because the thing is that it's yeah, because they are pretty much the same. Unbound works differently. They really don't have any kind of quality tier there whatsoever. There is no rule saying that a skin of an Unbound tactician should have more or different animations than the base one. So yeah, you managed to hit a lot of your abilities. Now you are red. That will be $250, please. The colors are kinda ugly. Yeah, they are. They are definitely learning. Consider the new Viego. So I'll hold my doubt till the next Exalted. Yes, I'm really curious to see what they're going to cook with the next Exalted. To see if at least they manage to learn something from Viego and they will do a collaboration again with the community. So it's kind of like the Sonos Mordekaiser skin with the stages, really though. You can go back to the original form, but I don't know that. I don't know that. Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. I think the mythic variants should have been for popular epic skins turning into legendaries. Yes. That would have made a bit more sense, even price-wise. Anyway, now for people who followed my entire stream so far, now I can show you why I think that the Viego skin is superior. And it's the first Exalted skin that was made well, that has a point. It's part of the predatory gacha system? Yes, we all agree. Is the price worth it? No, it's not worth it, guys. It's not. It never will be. We all agree. It's not worth the price. It's not worth the money. The price is wrong. The predatory system is shit. We all agree on that. I am just talking about skins on the from the artistic perspective, from the quality perspective. Do you have creators like Nicky Boy, TB Skyen saying, no, this skin is shit, doesn't matter, even if it was good, it's shit because gacha. Respectable. I respect Nicky Boy and TB Skyen for saying that those skins are shit only because of the gacha system. Respectable. It's their choice. I respect them. I don't do that. So, I will tell you what I think of the Jinx skin regardless of the price, regardless of the gacha. I will tell you what I think of the Mordekaiser skin regardless of the gacha, regardless of the $250, regardless of the Sanctum. I will do the same for Sett. I will do the same for Morgana. I will do the same for Viego, which is, goddammit, Viego is the bane of my existence. The fact that Riot Games decided to make an Exalted skin for Viego, and that the Exalted skin for Viego was the first skin to actually be the first good Exalted skin, is going to take me to the grave. It's going to kill me. It's going to be the end of me. I couldn't be any more unlucky than this. Amore. Sorry, it's my cat. It's my only fault. It's my only cross to bear. I was this unlucky. But trust me, guys, I don't say that the Viego skin is good because I play Viego. Actually, if you have any brain in your head, okay, if you follow me and you have any brain in your head, you should know that if the Viego skin was shit, you would have known that right away from me. You can bet your grandma's necklace, your legacy money, that if the Viego skin was shit, I would have told you so. I would have told you. I would be the first one. I would have screamed. Actually, it was my wish that the Viego skin was shit. I hoped so much that it was shit. And trust me, I would have told you so if it was. If it was trash, I would have told you so. I would have been, aha! See how bad it is? But it's not, guys. And I'm not saying this because Riot Games paid me. I am not saying this because Viego is my main. The fact that Viego is my main, it's actually the reason why, if it was shit, I would have. Trust me, I would have told you so. I would be the first one saying, "Fuck, this is shit," because there is nobody more nitpicky than I am. So I am amazed at how people can easily just say, "Ah, you are a sellout to Riot because Viego is your main." I can reassure you guys. I can reassure you guys that if you know me, it's because the thing is that people who say that I betrayed their expectations and that I changed my minds over time, it's people who never really followed my videos, don't really follow my videos with brain. They don't really read what I say. They don't really know what I think. Because if they do, people who do, and thank God it's most of you, it's most of my viewer base, thank God most of them have a brain, most of you have a brain, people who do would have realized that if the Viego skin was shit, I would have never forgiven Riot. I would have made it my new meme. It would have been my new torture for Riot Games. But no, people just say, "Aha, Axel, you based your whole channel of insulting Riot." What? I did what? I did what? See that you have some parasocial issues if you think that. You have some parasocial issues if you think that. And unfortunately, I had to fight a lot of people these days against that. Let me see what you guys are up to. I'm spending $250 for the Yasuo skin. Which one? How can I customize my avatar? Hey, Karinina, you should have a link. I set an automatic message that should come up. Customize your avatar by opening the link with the extension. It depends. If you are amore. If you are on Twitch, if you are on Twitch, you have a panel, a control panel below the live. Amore mio tuo gattino. Guys, wait, I'm going to show you my song. Ginger, amore. Amore mio tuo gattino, amore. Amore mio tuo gattino bello. Sorry. Spitting. My thoughts on the Viego skin that is stopping it from being the best skin is the attack animations. Why? Actually, I think that something that gives a lot of value is that they actually added the attack transitions, both for attack and critical strike transition. That's the biggest upgrade ever they could bring to that skin. Like, that's the sole reason that I could have still pushed back that skin, even if I liked it conceptually. If they didn't add transition animations, I would still be bitter. Like, holy shit, I have been saying that Viego is lacking attack transition animation since forever, and people who follow my channel and my videos know because I made it my meme. I always talk about it. Okay, so seeing that Viego received attack transition animations should actually be something for people who follow me, that holy shit, that happened. They fixed it. They fixed it. What Exalted said, they actually fixed what Exalted was complaining about the most on Viego. So people with a fucking brain who follow me, and sorry guys if I get motivated, okay? But it's just Italian blood, I guess. Okay, I'm so okay. People who fucking have a brain and follow me, okay? Smart people, intelligent people, past the 14 years old, okay? Will understand me. Understand me, understand what I mean, understand my position. It has nothing to do with me endorsing and supporting the corporative greed. That I always hated Riot Games because of the gacha system, but then they made the Viego gacha, so now I'm Riot's lapdog. What the fuck is your problem if you think something like this? Because I wish the different word forms had new attack animation instead of being the same. See, that's valid, Monkey. That's valid. They could and should have done that. I agree, of course. Even if we are talking about a lot of animations, animation-wise, that requires so much. But at the same time, I think it's valid because they are asking for $250. So that amount of work, it's a lot. It's objectively a lot. But if you're asking $250, that's the expected amount. My friend. My friend, I mean Riot Games, hypothetically. No son fans. Karinina, is that Spanish? Tan lindo, linda. Okay, that's Spanish, yes. But yeah, Viego skin feels amazing to play. From Sonos Enjoyer. Can I tell you something? Even though I love Viego and I loved base Viego, at some point I was so... Like, you have no idea how refreshing that skin is, because it's so compelling playing every single time, that I started playing Viego only after that skin. Because it gives so much, it adds so much variety, it adds so much to the character, to the immersivity, to the immersion, sorry, to the role playing of Viego as a character, that it's so good. It just feels so good. And you have so much power. Now I'm going to show you. Now we're going in. I'm going to show you a bit. Keep looking in the cam while yelling. Kina. Why? Kina, how are you, by the way? You had some fever. Are you feeling better? Since you are being this frisky, I guess that you are feeling better. Hello. Ciao, Rakunish. Hey. It's the internet, sadly. More from Reddit and Twitter. Yes, Vesana. Sorry, Vesna. Yes. On YouTube too, actually, yeah? On YouTube too. And my biggest fault is actually indulging with these people. And people who will just spit hate at you, it's not... They don't want to be reasoned with. They just want a reason to hate you. So, my fault is that... I know that it's easy. I know that it's very easy to say, no, but you should ignore them. No, you should... It's not easy to ignore these people. You know why it's not easy? Because I feel like... this is not the best strategy. It's not the best content creator approach. I understand that. The thing is that I feel like people are just portraying me and catalyzing hatred and false accusation based on something that is not true, or something that was misinterpreted, or something that is being lied about. And that is... Maybe it's for pride, I don't know. I can be proud at times, but most of the time it's because I don't see it fair that people has to point out things at me that are false, or depicting me like someone that I never was, based on some sort of Mandela effect that has been going on in my channel, for which people think that I just hate Riot games, which is something that I always denied. I never say that I hate Riot games. I always say that I love League of Legends, and that Riot Games is the company behind League of Legends, and I don't hate Riot Games. I want Riot Games to do better, to be more consistent, and to give us players a good experience whenever we spend money. That's it. Everything else is parasocial projection of people that are frustrated with Riot Games, that hate Riot Games, that have this toxic relationship with the game, that have, I don't know what there are so many reasons. Okay, but each of these people with their own reason, they just projecting to me their own reason, thinking that I mean what they mean when it's not true. Okay, and then when they actually understand that I mean my own thing, I don't mean their thing, they get upset. They get frustrated, they feel betrayed, they feel like I betrayed them. Jesus Christ. Then again, something else, guys, that I want to say is that everyone just keeps me on a pedestal, and I hate it. I understand that, again, that's something that is for parasocial medias. I understand that. And I always feel honored, and I always feel so grateful and so heartfelt whenever someone says that they look up to me. I feel so honored. But at the same time, guys, you fail to understand that I am a man, I am a human being, I'm not a god, I'm not a politician, I'm not a king, I'm nothing, I'm a player just like you. So when someone comes to me and say, "Oh my God, I look up to you because you say, oh, you are so good." Why? Like, oh my God, thank you. You are flattering me. I am blushing. But at the same time, I think that you are just elevating me to a place that I do not belong, guys, because I am just a simple human, a player like you. I don't have anything more than you, except that one day I just decided to make some videos. That's it. I am not an artist. I don't have any technical knowledge on animations. I didn't study for this. All of this is self-taught. All of this, it's 80% of what I do is perception and passion. Sorry, whatever is the the true way you pronounce it. But then again, no way, bro. I thought you were cute, a cute twink. Holy shit. Not the bear. The bear. No, what do you mean the bear? Yeah, no, I'm hairy and everything. No, I'm not even that hairy. Like, thank God, I know people who get hair up to this point. I am kind of a hairy person. I'm not a twink, unfortunately. Honestly, personally, I wish I were born kinda twinkish, kinda on a.
You must follow.
Damoon 25, thank you so much for the following on Twitch. Thank you. I wish, of course, every human being has an idea of aesthetic that they wish they had, or they were born with, or they pursue in life. My kind of aesthetic is more of the twinkish attention, not attention. How do you say that? Mind you, twinkish in aesthetic, not in behavior. I'm not a twink in behavior. I don't like the twink behavior as in submissive. I think that is. I'm kind of a old guy, guys. I'm not very kept up with the modern culture, but what I always liked since forever, it's the twink aesthetic. But I'm not submissive. I'm not. My sexual preference is I'm heterosexual. I like girls. So I'm not. I think for what my understanding of twink is, it's not only the aesthetic of being more androgynous in look, but it's also a homosexual submissive orientation. I have a liking for the more androgynous look, feminine look, hairless. Viego, for example, is my. That's why Viego is my main. Also, it's because mostly I am attracted to that idea of aesthetics, not because. Because that's my idea of aesthetic, the idea that I wish I had, not that I crave sexually that aesthetic. Just so we're clear. Because I always grew up, because of my liking, I remember, for example, in World of Warcraft, since we also talked about World of Warcraft earlier, I remember that, for example, I've always liked Blood Elves. Because I like their aesthetic there. And I remember my friends always made jokes or always told me that I'm homosexual, no? Like, you like Blood Elves, so you like boys, so you like men. No, I don't. It's way more complex. Anyway, the drift of the conversation. Yes, I'm the master of digression. I don't even know how we got to talk to this point, and I'm so sorry if I made anybody feel uncomfortable. Let me read some more chats, and then we get to... What time is it? 7:27. Oh my god, it's better if we get into Viego, because I don't know how much more I can stay. Ciao, Eowa Jend. As a Jinx main, I really enjoy the skin. Jinx kills only care about getting kills and getting excited passive on. And a unique song on each form gives you... oh my god, really? There is the... see, this is the kind of stuff that I wish I could try, and that I can't, not even on PB. So, Jend, every kill, every time the trigger, the passive triggers, depending on which forms, it gives you a different tune. Oh, that's very good. That's very nice. Every form feels like a different personality. His expressions are also noticeable. Yes, and that's something at the beginning of the streaming I said right away when I was checking out Arcane Fracture Jinx in the model viewer. I think that Arcane Fracture Jinx has one of the best face rigging and facial expressions ever. Exol, want to see a bit more of your point on the Sonos one. What would have added for you for the skin? Or upgrade, improve? I don't know, honestly. But again, I can say the same like when we examine the Morgana one. For example, I don't know. I think that beyond the ultimate ability, you can try to come up with quests even for normal, even for standard abilities too. Like, I don't know, hit no, but that would be class role based, so I'm not sure. During your R, ecco, ok, this is something. Okay, I have it. While in ultimate, this is Sanusal, Sanusal Mordekaiser. How to obtain different forms. During your ultimate, hit a champion with your E 5 times. During your ultimate, hit an enemy champion 3 times during one ultimate with your Q. For example, or during your ultimate, mitigate at least once enemy damage with your W. You could do so many sub quests, sub interactions for which you unlock different forms, different, and then you can just switch all of those forms at will. Now it would be so much compelling. Oh my god, okay, so now I have an objective. Oh my god, okay, so when I am more motivated, I'm more incentivized because I purchased an additional gameplay experience. Oh my god, okay, so now I'm more locked in because I have to actually hit enemies. I have to do this if I want that form. I have to do that if I want that form, and I can unlock forms every game. No, so again, there are so many ways that you can just come up with if you actually put your mind to it. The thing is that the people who work on these skins, they don't put their mind to it. First, because probably they're not passionate about the champion that they're working for. Second, because they don't even know what the champion does. Most likely they don't know what the champion does. They have zero idea. Okay? That's why Viego is so good. Because the entire team behind the Viego skin knows what Viego does, knows who Viego is, knows what a player that plays Viego wants, what they go through when they play Viego. That's why the Revenant Train Viego skin has so much value. That's why it's one of the best skins in the game. And people don't understand. And people who barks at me or jumps at my throat, okay, saying that no, it's only because it's Viego and it's your champion. They are brainless people. And I wish each and every one of them knew that I'm saying this. But it will never happen. That's not how the internet works, sadly. Thank you. This actually means something to me because I've been watching your videos for over 8 months and hearing you agree with me. Thank you, Exalted, Monkey. Again, you are just putting me on a pedestal. I'm just a person, Monkey. I'm just a person like you. I think I'm a bit behind with the chat. Double view YouTuber. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm glad. Kina. Watching while playing Animal Crossing. Oh my god. New Horizons? I thought Aatrox... quote for a second. I'm not a god. I am not a god. I am not a king. I am not a king. I am not a god. I am... Wars. Oh my god. Ramon Tikaram. One of the best voice actor in the world. So good, fuck. Everyone loves Twinks. Can you read my messages? Jando. See, I did read them, no? If that was the case, what would happen with Malphite mains? Why, Karinina? Rek'Sai. Yumi mains? What? Wait, I just remember it. So right now I'm just looking at Yasuo skins because I'm a Yasuo TP. I'm not a furry. There's a YouTube video that I Jinx Exalted kill sounds. Video type, okay, type Jinx Exalted kill sounds. Let's watch it. Ok. Exalted Jinx Sounds. Vediamo un po'. Oh, all multi-heal sound effects. Oh my god. Ah, so when you hit your ears. Ok. Ah, vabbè, sì. I don't think it's this one. Nah, it's on kill. You were talking about your attraction towards Viego. So we listed some other champions that would be interested to me. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? This is my video. Oh. Maybe they are older. Yeah, also I think that the hood...
Better work?
Okay, so it has the sound cue and also the hood display. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Huh? This is pretty nice. Like it gives you like the heal count. This is a pretty nice rendition. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let's go. No, it's on kill. Okay, let's go real quickly. I'm going to show you why I think that Viego is good. It's a good skin. Again, I think Viego is a good skin. I'm not saying only because I say that that Revenant Train Viego's skin is good. I'm not saying that gacha is good. Gacha is okay. $250 for a skin is perfect. No, I'm saying that the skin is good. This is just for the records. First of all, the intro, so cool. The music that everybody hears, but I think at this point even the Morgana one, everybody should just hear that. So, my god, this kind of home guard animation is what I really wanted for base Viego. Instead, base Viego just runs like a burglar that is running away from the police or something, I don't know. This screams fucking King of the Dead. This one. Then again, I understand that a base champion cannot have all of these visuals. I understand that. Okay, I understand that. But at the same time, if you compare the Senna home guard animation and Viego home guard animation, base, Jesus Christ, Senna feels more Black Mist than Viego. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Viego just runs like a normal person that is cosplaying. He's late at the convention and he's just running. Senna actually loses her legs and transforms into mist. That's what Viego should fucking do, Jesus Christ. Anyway. And also, Viego, differently from Morgana, has the transition. So... Oh, Jesus Christ. Whenever I start a game... Whenever I start a fucking game, okay, and I get to a point where I'm out of the home guard zone, okay. Oh god, I feel like I am landing with him. Oh, see, cazzo. That's the kind of feeling that I want to have. The kind of feedback when I'm playing. I want to feel that I'm actually interacting, that I'm actually performing actions correctly. Animations are key to player feedback, to understand to give the player the sensation of what he's doing. And I know that it seems like a stupid thing, but having Morgana cut like that, base Viego too, base Viego does not have transition animations. Base Viego, he's like this, and at some point, he just changes. Just goes like this all the time, and then at some point, and it feels so like you're there watching and you're like, oh, like, wow, che schifo. That's un kill. The price doesn't change the fact the skin itself is good and detailed. Exactly, Jen. Exactly. Then again, I understand and I fully agree with people that are outraged at this gacha bullshit thing. I hate it too. I wish that everybody in the world could buy this. But so what? If I can buy it, and not because I'm richer than other people, okay, but simply because I'm a normal person. I don't really have much money, okay. The thing is that even if I'm old, because I'm 30, I'm more than 30, I'm 32, I don't have responsibilities, I don't have a family, children. I don't have. So for now, I have my passions. I have my hobbies. I have my games. Okay, video games are what I want to spend my money on because I don't have any other passion. Okay, so I barely enjoy going out for dinner or in general going out. I'm a nerd. Okay, so if I use the money I have, the money I earn myself as a functional adult, and I decide to spend it on a skin, do I have to be judged because of it? Again, I am mortified. I feel so bad that this skin has to be gacha only. I feel bad for many other Viego players that cannot afford it. But at the same time, what am I to do for it? Do I have to immolate myself? Because some people see me as a martyr, they see me as a messenger of fight against corporations, for which I have to say no, I'm not. I really like this skin and I think that it's a beautiful. Even if the price is shit, I love this skin so much, but I'm just not gonna buy it because I'm Exol. People who think like this, they have parasocial issues. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I don't care. Anyway. Why this skin feels so good? Okay, first of all, I want to show you the great upgrade that is brought by the base one. Oh, which is the attack transition animation. The way he returns back to idle. Okay. Look. We're going full attack speed. Okay. Okay, now you will notice that the attack speed is raised. Attack speed is higher. What do you mean? Your real voice is not brr 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 brr. Ciao, Neon. Surprisingly, it's not. I know it's very shocking, but it's not. So even if the attack speed is higher now, check out what happens when I stop attacking. He still repositions naturally. For example, something that I hate is how short they animated the reposition animation for the Q double attack. Look, the way he reposition, it's too quick. And if you just stop, it's fine. But if you are amidst attacks, I will show you, sorry. If you are amidst attacks, look. See this awkward moment in which he repositions himself with the sword on his shoulder, and then for a moment he just looks at the target doing nothing. Like the return to idle of each attack is long enough to be continued by the next one. The next one can be weaved into way better, okay? Because it's slow. But because the Q attack animation doubled is so quick, it creates this one, look. This. Can you see? Where he just stares at his target with the sword on his shoulder for a moment. Because he's not in between attacks. That's something so ugly. It's so ugly. The reason why, oh, curse me, now I can't, like this I can show you. I need to place, I need to place enemy champions to show you the possession thingy. But anyway, the point here, the point of this skin, the reason why this skin is so sells, and it doesn't matter if I don't have. I will just explain it to you. The reason why this design is much more compelling and it's so thoughtful compared to any other Exalted skin. This skin is only missing run slow, right? Yes, Jetmax. And not only that, the existing stand and knock-up animations, they are different from base. Usually, Riot games in every other existing legendary skin and beyond, even the Transcended skins, even the Ari, the $500 Ari skin, they always recycle the rig and animation of status effect animations from base. So even if they import the animation context, the rigging and animation remains unchanged. This is the first skin that I ever observed ever in which the rigging and the animation differs from base. It's completely different. They completely no, but it's different. It's the position of the arms, the sword, and everything. It's completely. It was changed by hand. It was manually changed. This means that someone saw them and was like, no, let's change it because we want this skin to feel different, to be different. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had this sneeze for such a long time now that finally I let it out. Ehi mate, come va? Ciao Mune. Tutto bene, più o meno. Te com'è? Anyway, Jetmax, sì. That's the only animation, the status effect animation that is missing. Sadly, and in my opinion, it's still not acceptable because this skin costs $250. So in my opinion, it's such a poor job. The fact that they did not implement the run slow. Okay, they should have. But then again, it's undeniably the gameplay experience that they managed to design and sell with this skin is far superior to any other Exalted skin that we saw. If you watched my entire streaming, you know what I'm talking about. It's so much superior, and it's so much more thoughtful. There is so much more heart put into this. And again, you can feel that this skin, compared to the other Exalted skins, this skin here had people like Wicked JKR, which was a mid lane challenger streamer for Viego, so he had a lot of passion for Viego, who is now working for Riot. He worked on the skin, and he and the team that he was leading had a collaboration and had sent out how do you say that? Not a questionnaire. How do you say that? Like a surveys and or even direct feedback. Even on call, they called. Okay. Passionate Viego content creators, not me, because I'm a nobody. Passionate Viego content creators like LOL Electro. You guys know LOL Electro? He should be the most famous streamer. He was called. He went in a call and he was asked direct feedback on what he would want from a Viego skin. So they shaped up this skin based on the Viego community. This is something unheard of. This is something, it's immense. It has immense value. Of course, the whole design of the skin. Of course, it's good quality. Of course, it has good value. It's obvious. And if people cannot see it only because of the price, which again, it's valid that the price is insane, it's valid that the Sanctum and the gacha is shit, it's valid, but it has nothing to do with the fact that this skin is good. You can't just throw shit at the skin only because you say that the gacha skin is bad. I also agree that the gacha skin is bad. Gacha skin is bad is one thing. This skin is objectively good from a quality standpoint, and from a gameplay perspective, it's another thing. You have to be mature enough to separate the two things. Because if you mix the things and you say, gacha is shit, so this skin is shit, you are just being superficial. You don't care about what skins actually bring. You are just making it a political matter. But I don't do politics. I am not a politician. I don't do politics. I don't care about politics. I never flagged myself in politics. I never flagged myself as the warrior fight against the machine. I am just here to appreciate the good skins. I am just here to appreciate the power fantasy of skins and champions. I am here to appreciate visual good quality. Then I can agree with you. Gacha is bad. Then we can agree and nod at each other's that the system is shit, that the price is insane, everything you want. But the fact that the skin is good, it's undeniable. You can't change my mind on this because there is no there's no argument. This is fact. It's factual. It's factual. Wait a second, because my head is... After a while of wearing the scrunchie, my hair just starts to pull and it hurts a bit. So maybe it's because I tighten it up a bit too much. But so again, I'm just sorry that people cannot see it. I'm just sorry that people just bark because they want to bark. Let me see what you guys are saying. Tutto che è un po' stanca. Oh. Yes, well, it's probably going to be the next Hall of Legends skin. No, the next one is probably going to be Yasuo. And or Silas. According to some rumors, to some leaks, that you have hundreds of leakers in every social media everywhere, saying leaking is such a... I don't know. Let's better not go descend into drama for this. Spit your shit indeed, brother. Get out of your system. Oh, actually is hot, wow. Oh my god, thank you for the compliment, Xasher. I don't really think I am, but... Bro, non ti sento? No? You guys can't hear me? Can you guys hear? Anyway, I hope so. Bro, metti il microfono vicino alla bocca. Can you hear me? Better than this, I'm just going to eat the microphone at this point. Let me see. I'm going to monitor the advanced. Okay, microphone. Hello. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's a bit too low still. Prova. Eat it up. I don't know why. Probably it's because I took off my headset and it just recalibrated wrong. Going to turn off the monitor off of the microphone, so now it should be my voice only. Okay. Okay. So I'm going back to the Viego skin. Okay. I think that again, it's not my. And the more I'm playing this, and the more I realize that it's not 100% my cup of tea. for which I think that, for example, the Blade of the Ruined King should be something very symbolical of the character of the champion. So the fact that he just changes sword, he doesn't really have a favorite sword, he just changes sword constantly, kinda undermine a bit the personality. That being said, that's my personal preference. It doesn't mean that it's bad quality. The design and the quality of the whole gameplay system, gameplay experience they cooked, it's just perfect. And the way they integrated it, that you can just press Ctrl 5 while standing still, or while even while fighting, actually. While walking, while fighting, you can just swap between swords. The full-on theme, just like Spirit Blossom Morgana, okay. Yeah, so it's just also the amount of quality that these swords have. It's insane. A lot of angry people at me say like, but Lux has 10 forms. Okay. Lux has 10 forms, and Lux has VFX for each form, and also different voice lines. Not many, but different voice lines for each form. Each form does not have many voice lines, let's be honest here, but that's okay because they are distributed into 10 different forms, so it makes sense, it's acceptable. In my opinion, even if the Viego skin is different, because the Viego skin is not changing form, so changing abilities. Viego is not a mage like Lux. Viego is a melee sword fighter, so you can't. Of course, the thing that makes sense the most is his swords having the personality, not his abilities, because his abilities are not. His abilities is actually stabbing with the sword, and that's it. There's nothing else. I've seen a lot of criticism too of people saying that his abilities should change colors, his W should change color, his E should change color, and also his purple, greyish, neutral mist should change color. In my opinion, no. Because otherwise he would become a Christmas tree, a walking Christmas tree. He would become a fucking Power Ranger. Ben 10, yeah, oh, it just becomes a different creature every time. It would be kinda too much, in my opinion. Because it wouldn't be contextualized. Why a ghost? Okay, Viego has this grey, purple, feeble, ethereal vibe that acts as a base canvas. Because he's a ghost. He's a wraith. And that's the canvas. So why would a ghost just go Christmas tree or full Power Ranger mode only because he changes a sword? In my opinion, it shouldn't. In my opinion, the amount of visuals that the sword bring, not changing the base gray, the base. Like imagine his vest going green. Imagine his vest going I don't know, yellow, all yellow. Would be atrocious to look at. Would be insanely ugly. Lux has a much more cartoonish Power Ranger kind of style because she actually adapts to different elements and she fuses herself with the element. But Viego is just wielding swords. In my opinion, it wouldn't make any sense for him to go full Christmas tree. Sono d'accordo con loro, scusa bro. Vabbè, Mune, ma everyone has its own opinion. You don't have to apologize to me. It's good that you have your own opinion. It's good. Yes, someone else also gets it. The contrast between him and the swords is so good. I agree. I agree. In my opinion, it wouldn't make sense for him to go full pajama mode. It would be so ugly. It would be really ugly, in my opinion. Then again, that boils down to personal preference. It has nothing to do with quality, because the quality is there. Regardless. The quality is there. Non direi di cambiare tutto il look, ma anche solo aggiungere qualche dettaglio. She's saying, I wouldn't say to change the entire look, but also add up some details, color details, some more color details wouldn't hurt. The thing is that he already has color details, Mune, because his chest sigils changes color, his gauntlets change colors, and his crown change colors. In my opinion, that's plenty enough, because it's also the most visible parts outside of the only clothes that he's wearing, because for the most part he's just a naked rockstar poster boy for no reason. That's something that I hate, because in my opinion a skin like this needs a full-on armor. But anyway, like, he already changes all the color possible that you can change on him. Adding even more color to him would be changing his lower body, which is basically this gown, this kilt that he has. That is already, in my opinion, needs to stay neutral. Maybe you want his hairstyle to change color, but in my opinion, it wouldn't be good. It already partially, the hair already partially change colors. The endings, the tips already fade. Holy moly! I need to show you guys. I need to show you. Let me add. Let me remake real quickly, because soon I have to go. Practice. Okay, so let's make them stupid. Because the objective here is just to kill them. We're gonna make a mage, a bruiser, a tank, an assassin. Where is the assassin? Do we have an assassin? Hello? No assassin? There is no assassin. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, wait, Fitz. Hopefully Fitz is not... Ecco, I know for sure that he's read as an assassin. And then let's put an enchanter. Okay, so we're going for... let's go for... no... Milio. Love ruins all. The game is starting, huh? Okay. Ok, allora. Ok, perfetto. So. Let's do this. is the pentakill event with the music. Listen to the music. It's so good. Everyone hears this, by the way. Okay, we already have the Ascension here, so we don't really need them anymore. So, Mune, if you can see, this is still not the Ascended form. Okay. Wait, let me... Okay. This is still not the Ascended form. By the way, these are the critical strike animations, and they feel so good, and they also added transition animations for the attack. That's so good. This is so good. It's so good, honestly. So this is a Helios, and as you can see now, the only thing that changes is still the same elements. Mune. The internal part of the crown, the wrists in the gauntlet, the wrist, the chains in the gauntlet, and the core on his chest. So each sword has its own animation transition. Okay, this is orange, which is Ironheart. Look at the level of animation and visual effects for each sword. It's crazy. Look at how animated, and that's not only that. Like the SFX change, and the Q effect changes. Look. Can you see the mark? The Q mark? Can you see this metallic clunk, 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 clunk? This is Ironheart. Oh, Nightshade, my favorite. No, ma aspetta, Mune, wait, because the Ascension form has even stronger visuals. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that now. Wait. Just showing you the swords. Look at the level of the... Also, the way he wields the swords. Look at the way he just... swirl around with Nightshade. This is typical only of this sword. Can you listen to the sound? And also look at the Q mark. It's different. Like here, it's such a... There is so many. Like the thing is that each sword here, it's a completely... It's like a mini champion of its own. It's insane. Look at this. This is not all visual effects, by the way. This plasma effect here, it's 3D modeling. Only the bluish color is visual. If you go in a model viewer, you will see that this is an actual animated model. It's an actual animated mesh. It's so good. Can you hear the sounds effect? And also look at the Q mark. It's so good. And this is the R. With the arcane sigil. The hands are something that it's the hand on the ground. It's something that you have for each sword. This is Prismabella, the Enchanter's Word. It has like a glass breaking sound. Okay. Can you hear it? It's like glass breaking. Wait a second, guys. Sorry. This is Prismabella. Let's see the R. Nothing special really, the R of Prismabella. I agree on the fact that some swords maybe are given a bit less. Nevertheless, the amount of animations, the amount of visuals It's kind of astonishing. You can still go back to the Revenant Blade, which is this one. It also has its own mark. And its own sound effects too. I would argue that it's even better than Prismabella, the base one. It's like a cross mark. This is Helios. Look at the mark, the yellow mark. And the sound of the blade too. It's really impressive. The R is like this rune stripe going down, and the circle around. Then again, guys, I'm not a fan of visual effect. I appreciate 3D models way more, but it's still impressive work nonetheless. Look at Lionheart. Lionheart is just a base one because it's the same cross as base one, just a different circle. Here I can agree that they could have given so much more to each sword, so much more uniqueness to each sword, and they didn't. I agree with this one. With the ultimate, talking about the ultimate ability. And Nightshade too has the same default cross, which not even Prismabella has. Okay, because Prismabella has its own mark. Okay, and now look, Mune, it's time to ascend. Yes, like Jetmax say, it's time to ascend, so I can also show you Quarrelander. And the effect on the ground that stays while you move. This is very good. These are very impactful. I don't know who said in the chat that it's not good. I think that the ascension animation is really visually impactful. It's really nice in my opinion. Okay, now Mune, if you're still here, Mune, look. Can you see the hair? Look at the hair. Even the hair has the shading. The crown is on fire. The crown is completely on fire. Wherein before you only had the internal side of the crown matching the color of the sword, now it's literally on fire. Look. And you can see it from this angle, but even Viego's eyes are on fire with the same visuals. Look. Can you see the hair shading going red? Here they go yellow. This is a lot. I don't understand why people say that. I know it's not too much. I know he doesn't change color enough. What are you talking about? He dons every color to a lot. In my opinion, even too much for my liking, but that's personal taste. A lot of people argue that the E should change color to the sword. No. In my opinion, no. In my opinion, it shouldn't. Because it would be, again, it would be like a Christmas tree event. Can you imagine every time you see this mist with thousands of color everywhere? Ugly, 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 ugly. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense not only artistically, in my opinion, but also from the concept design of the skin. Because the concept design of the skin is that the purple, the gray neutral purple, is the underworld them. It's the base canvas underworld. It's what you see. It's the base. Can you imagine this all green, all yellow? It would be so ugly. Because this has nothing to do with yellow. It would be so ugly for this to be yellow. only because I have a yellow sword. How can people not see it? I think that people just don't even watch these things closely or try to appreciate them. People just bark at this stuff. No, it's bad because Elementalist looks... Cosa? Elementalist looks what? Do you have any actual argument? Or people are like this? There are so many people like this. In my opinion, this is one of the best skins in the game because it's a concept design made by Viego players for Viego players. They literally double down on the vengeance side, on the betrayers. You killed Exalted, I'm going to kill you all, and I will have my vengeance. That's what I always advocated for base Viego, rather than just being a whiny, crying little bitch. Exalted, where is Exalted? No, I'm just going Exalted. Like, Viego is forgetting that confining kingdom sent an assassin to kill him and killed Exalted. All of that bitterness, all of that hatred that he should have for other kingdoms is missing in the base iteration of Viego. But here, he has it. You killed her. I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to make you suffer. I will kill all of you. This is what a Viego player wants. That's why they designed it so good. Because it was made by someone who plays Viego, who listened to the feedback of other people who play Viego. This is why it's just so good. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. I just... Guys, I don't know what to say. Let me see what you guys are up to. Ciao, my Meilici. I bought Morgana and I'm so sad she doesn't have any special effects after the Penta. Probably because she's not made to have Pentas, but I was expecting it. Yes, she's probably not made for having a Pentakill, but there are other ways that you can find to render, to glorify, in my opinion, the role of a champion. Okay, so Morgana, what is Morgana? A support? Melee is a support nowadays. Okay, make it that if you manage to... I don't know. Maybe if you land, it doesn't have to be a pentakill, but if you actually land an R on 5 enemies in one single R, you get this special environmental event. It doesn't have to be a pentakill, but you hit them all with one R. That's impressive for a Morgana player, no? There are other ways. It doesn't have to be a pentakill trigger, in my opinion. But if there is no passion behind it, because the people that produce the skin have no passion, they don't care about the champion, they have no passion for the then it's pointless. Morgana would have had an animation for an ultimate on triple enemy or something. Exactly, Jetmax. Jetmax get me. Jetmax gets me. She has display particles, but that's only for the Morgana player, I guess. Really? Other players don't see the butterflies in the terrain. Questa skin continua a non piacermi, però apprezzo enorme impegno. Quella ottenuta dai maghi è quella che mi piace di più, by the way. Cazzo, sì, quella è bella. My favorite one is Nightshade, is the purple one. It's my favorite one. Not only because it goes well with this base purple, but also it's the edgiest one. Also, it's the most acrobatic. I love it. Simply love it. I have to say, my least favorite thing about Viego is the splash shot. It's somewhat blurry. Yes, but that's not only Viego. I think that every Exalted skin has a blurry splash shot because it's animated and it's badly rendered, in my opinion, in the client. Thank God they're going to rework the client. Viego's E is a big ability, would be a problem for visual clarity. Yes, but not but not only that. I think that also aesthetically speaking, it would be so ugly to have it change color based on the sword. People just say, oh, no, it should do that because I don't know why. Because people just want to complain even if they don't understand the champion or they don't understand design whatsoever. They just want to complain. They just want to make a fuss. Yeah, the fog should stay the same color as Viego. Oh, some smart people in my chat. I love you so much, guys. Maybe Viego's mist phone could have changed the color instead. Maybe Viego mist form. In my opinion, the mist form should have been completely different. It should be full armor, just like the base one. But they have to make him sexy with the open chest and. Again, the new art direction for League of Legends is more visuals and less 3D model parts. Sadly. But what can you do? You can complain. I complain about that, but it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. Think the made by Viego players is just advantage. I think I'm sure if they actually made the players shows, they would have chosen something some of the different variants it had. No, it's not an advertisement. It's something that I said because it's true. Stain. It's made by Viego. It's made by Viego players because the Rioters that worked on the skin, one of the Rioter, and it's the Rioter who led a bit the team, used to be a Viego mid lane challenger streamer. He was called Wicked JKR, Wicked Joker, Wicked JKR. You can search. He still streams every now and then. That's why it's made by Viego players. Not every Viego player. For example, me. For example, I don't like that Viego has to be bare-chested. I don't like it. I hate it. It's something that I hate even on base Viego. In my opinion, Viego should not be bare-chested. I want him with more armor, but they gave him even less armor. At least in the base form he has the crop jacket. Here, not. He just completely bare chest. So yeah. And for example, I would have much more preferred him not to have the long hair. For example. But a lot of Viego players like the Sephiroth aesthetics. I don't. I like base Viego's original hairstyle way more, for example. But that boils down to individual preference. But generally speaking, they appealed to the generic. Like if you are an actual Viego player, even if you don't like these minor things like me, you still love the skin. I still love this skin so much. It's so well done. I would have done many things different, but it's still a good skin. For example, the skin that I would have made something more on the Ashen Knight style, so I would have went for a more ethereal, ghost-like skin. Skin as in flesh, more ethereal. This one is literally, it's a skin of someone who is alive. It's not the skin of a ghost. A ghost doesn't have this skin. So I would have gone more of the Ashen Knight. That ethereal ghost blue purplish skin tone. Ethereal, transparent, translucid. And I would have made, the skin that I would have made would have been this. Viego would start like a husk, some kind of, Dark Souls. When the player in Dark Souls 3, for example, he starts as a hollow, as all skeletic, all okay. Viego would start like that, with maybe a cloak, maybe some mantle, bare chested. Keep the bare chest, but he's very he would have been like a skeleton, like a ghoul. Like very thin, like a ghoul, like a hollow from the Dark Souls, okay? But with these drapes, with a cloak and these drapes on him. And the more possessions, and the more he would armor up and become this knight. So the breastplate, more armor on his body. The sword would change. The sword would start glowing. All on the Ashen Knight style. So white drapes, ghost blue purple sword. That's what I would have liked. But alas, unfortunately, I do not work for Riot Games, and Riot Games doesn't give a flying cow about what I have to say, so... But this is still good, because I like that they went for the Revenant Train, for the Umbral Crown. They went for this undead skin line and double down on the base fantasy of Viego. That's something that I would have liked. If this skin was well done, but it was a Cafe Cuties pajama cosplay Viego, Radiant Serpent Viego, half naked because he's an actor. No, they would have kept it, and probably, let me tell you something. Probably it wouldn't have sold as much as it did. Let me tell you this much. Imagine Viego with short hair pulling the sword from his back once he collects them. And armor. And fucking armor on. Jesus, please. Don't let him bare chested. Oh my god. I think the bare chest signals his privileged status. Having him probably dressed will make him seem more sensible than he's meant to be. No, I think that my read of the whole thing, and something that I think that Riot August said when describing his base design, is that Viego is meant to be sexy, because Viego is meant to be passion incarnate. He has to be, he's so passionate about Isolde, no? And so passion equal naked for some reason. Anyway, we pretty much covered all of the skins. It was a very long live stream, almost 4 hours. 2 minutes to 4 hours stream. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. But I hope you enjoyed. We've been around 13, 15 people. I've seen sometimes 20, 30 people. That was very kind of you. But anyway. Anyway. Man, I thought the Exalted skins came out with other skins. Just like Jinx and the other Arcane skins. Sounds on the hazard with LeBlanc clothing and any of old Noxus. Yes. That would be very cool. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you, Kina, for keeping me company. It really warms my heart seeing you there. The Ankh needs his sleep. Yes. I do. So, guys, thank you so much for staying with me here. Thank you so much for keeping me company and for supporting me like this. I really appreciate you, all of you, and I wish you a good continuation of weekend at this point. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Mwah. Bye 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 bye.